Hey, what's up, guys? It's Adam. I'm going to go live in a second, so just give me 1 minute. We'll get started. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Gold Stream. I'm your host, Adam Goldstein, and you're watching the Gold Stream live on YouTube. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let me make sure my mic is like unmuted. That's my biggest fear in the world, is that I'm not gonna unmute my mic. No, okay, it's good. We're good. All right. So anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in this week. I got a few things to talk about, and I actually have some good things to announce. First of all, I am monetized now. So I got monetization. I got super chats. So just throwing that out there. No pressure for you guys, but I really do appreciate any support I get, financial and otherwise. You can also see my PayPal link on the left side of the screen, paypal.me/AdamGoldsteinTV. And actually, one thing that would be pretty cool, if you guys are interested, I have Delta 8 Cannabis, cbdx.com/AdamGoldsteinComedy. If you go to that URL and you use my code, you'll get 20% off of every purchase, not just your first one. But honestly, the best thing is I'm actually burying the lead. I figured out how to wire my sound drops into OBS, so take a listen.
Nobody wants to hear you talk.
It stinks.
I don't know if that one stuttered a little bit.
It stinks.
That's Jay Sherman from The Critic, but I got a ton of them wired up. So I just want to say thanks again, you guys, for being here. I really appreciate your being part of the AGTV community.
And you're special just because you're you.
Fuck. Okay, and there's another fuck up because that drop was not supposed to stop. I don't know if it came across, if it was just my monitoring or whatever, but anyways, it doesn't really matter. So want to thank you guys for being here. And yeah, I'm definitely going to fuck with more of those sound drops. I'm trying to think. But anyways, yeah, so I got monetization, so that's really great. So if you guys want to send me some super chats, that'd be awesome.
What are you waiting for, huh? What are you waiting for?
Oh, Jesus Christ, that worked like shit. That looked like shit, and it sounded like shit. Maybe I'll take the video drops out. They don't seem to be working so great so far. I'm watching it on the other computer on the stream, and it looks like shit. I'm on a few seconds delay. So anyways, without further ado, we're going to bring the screen up right now. And let me see. I knew this fucking episode was going to be a technical disaster. Okay, we get the screen up. That's good. So we are going to watch a video, and we're going to be watching this one. It's from that same company that made that video from last week. It's called Extreme Love. My girlfriend lives as a toddler.
Most fun ever with the best daddy ever.
My daddy and I are very much in love, and this is something that we do to
What?
strengthen that bond.
Daddy. I'll see retarded.
Oh, you know what? This is, I was skimming this. This is at the end. Let's start from the beginning. Jesus Christ. I was like, that's a pretty hard. So yeah, so we're about to watch something pretty fucked up.
In the words of Peter Pan,
Oops.
I never want to grow up.
Can I put it on the fridge? Hooray!
I'm a little and he's my daddy.
The end.
And I just want to point out that they both have dinner plate earrings. So yeah, pretty much the type of behavior you'd expect.
This is a valley of ashes, a fantastic farm where ashes grow like wheat into ridges and hills and grotesque gardens, where ashes take the form of houses and chimneys and rising smoke, and finally, with a transcendent effort of men who move dimly and already crumbling through the power dreary air.
You stupid fucking blabbermouth! You stupid fucking blabbermouth cunt!
Sorry, just trying to test out my sound drops. I have nothing against this woman. And of course, my fucking sound drops are fucking up. I gotta... Maybe I have too many of them in there, but they don't seem to be playing too well, so that's kind of embarrassing for me. Oh well, let's just press on.
My taxes, it's never interfered, and I don't think that it will.
Jesus Christ, this jumped forward again. What the fuck, OBS? Sorry.
This is a valley of ashes, a fantastic farm where ashes grow like wheat into ridges and hills and grotesque
This is going
gardens,
fucking horrible.
where ashes take the form of houses and chimneys and rising smoke, and finally, with a transcendent effort of men who move dimly and already crumbling through the power dreary air.
Peppa and Emily Elfrant like to share their toys with each other.
I have found my prince. I call him Daddy. Yeah, that's pretty fucked up. It sounds fucked up. It definitely. I mean, it's forget whether it is fucked up. Like what? Because you know these people. They all have like, oh, you know what? It's really not that bad. They always have like some innocent, like, oh no, really behind the scenes, it's all really innocent. But just, I mean, I don't know. I don't know a way where they can explain this away where it's not crazy and like really sexually icky. I don't know.
Go ahead, little girl.
My name is Max, and I'm 20,
Dude name.
but not really, because I'm 5.
My name is Johnny, and I'm 31.
The rain stopped. You want to go
Creep.
Yeah.
play? Yeah? Can you go play?
Because you're off, and I have a daddy baby day.
Daddy baby day. Let's get a jacket on.
Okay. And shoes. I have to wear shoes. Also, I want to take Moana.
Okay.
Moana.
Oh my god, she sounds fucking retarded. What's her problem? Jesus Christ. I mean, I really don't have a problem with anybody like living their lifestyle or whatever, but this sounds like one of the, and I'm sure to some degree they all are, but this to me sounds like one of those like not cliche, I'm sorry, niche like sexual subcultures that are just pure crazy. Like I don't even see how they can get any satisfaction out of this. Same thing with the adult baby diaper people. That's another episode for another day.
DDLG, by definition, is Daddy Dom Little Girl, and it is a subsection of BDSM, which is a part of kink. I was just discovering things about the community, learning a bit more about it. I decided to try it out, and I've just loved it ever since. It's just me.
She seems normal when she's talking normal. She looks like fucking Walter Cronkite, but I want to just test one other drop, and I hope this works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but...
Fucking morons everywhere.
Okay, good. I got one sound drop to work so far.
Pizza.
There are a lot of people in the community that do this sexually, and I am not one of those people. This is a completely non-sexual lifestyle for me.
Yeah.
This is what I don't understand, though. If it's a not sexual lifestyle, why do it? And I don't know how this is the type of, like, I don't know how you can incorporate this into a normal relationship. Like, what I don't understand is, does this couple, do they just, like, turn it off? Is it, like, because at least a sexual fetish type of thing is something that when you're in the bedroom, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't always have to spill into other parts of your life. But this just, it seems like this is her life. And it seems totally it's not a fetish. It's, like, backwards. This is, like, a mental illness. And a fetish would probably be a little more understandable. I'm not saying this one. I'm not. But I'm saying, like, it's one thing for her to do this, to infantilize herself, but for the guy, you've got to wonder what's going on with him.
The way Max first told me that she was part of this lifestyle, she had shown me the videos that she was watching. She showed me a sippy cup and that she was eating these baby snacks. And I think that's when we had the conversation about it.
You step in a puddle?
I know a lot of people look down on more hardcore versions of the DDLG subset, but for a lot of people, it's non-sexual. And like for us, it's non-sexual. If it's been a really hard day and she's been a really good girl, we'll go to the park.
I like puddles.
And I wonder what other people think of her, especially if I had a kid and I saw some weird, psychotic, like mentally ill adult walking around like this. I'd be so pissed. I'd want to take my kids out of the park, or I'd be wanting to write a letter to the city or something like that. Like I said, like, you know, do whatever you want, live your life. But this is where sometimes I feel like these people's lifestyles are being shoved in other people's faces. And like, I'm just so glad that when I was a kid growing up, I didn't grow up in like New York or anything like that. I lived in Boston, but growing up as a kid, I feel like I didn't see shit like this. You remember when you grew up and you'd see people that were this crazy, but they'd be like kind of locked away. You know, they wouldn't be out broadcasting themselves for the whole world to see.
Going to the park. Oh!
I'm little.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
Okay, another drop, successful.
In the words of Peter Pan, I never want to grow up.
Can I put it on the fridge?
I'm a babbling idiot.
For some dumbass reason, my hotkeys also still work. They're doing something in YouTube and it's fucking up my triggering of my drops. That's really pissing me off. Yeah, I don't know what I got to do to fix that. I'll talk to somebody, but fuck, that would have been so funny too. That would have been a perfect another drop. See, and maybe this will be good though. Maybe this will keep me from abusing the soundboard, because I've been accused of that before. I've been accused of soundboard abuse.
I'm not a big kid. Yes, I am.
So over the top retarded.
Dom, my daddy, takes care of me, but I also take care of him. We take care of each other. And I think having that nurturing aspect to the relationship really makes it strong.
Thank you, Papa. Kiss. I love you.
Hey, I'm going to acknowledge the chat in a second, but I just want to say shout out to Dabblers Unanimous. Thank you very much. 99-cent super sticker. Really appreciate it, buddy. Really excited that I can get those sweet super chats now. So, you know, just in case anybody else is wondering, you know, time to get your wallets out. I'm just kidding, but I appreciate it, and I appreciate the support. I'm going to get to reading the chats in 1 minute.
Daddy!
You still want your babies?
Can I have some milk instead of water? Got it. It's heavy. Oof.
This is my little corner.
Oh
and
my
this is where I
God.
keep most of my stuffies and some other stuff.
What has this poor person been through? You know what? It's like, I don't even want to be mean. I'm trying to figure out in my mind exactly what happened. Were they molested? Were they just, did their parents pay like no attention to them? This is so sad.
And this is my passy box. And this has all of my pacifiers and stuff in it. And I have
Gross.
a lot of them.
Could you imagine how much bacteria is in that fucking box? That thing must smell so bad.
Vegetables and stuff that you can like cut like that. And I really like those.
Or you could cut real vegetables. You could cook real food and be an adult and live like a normal life. You could. And you could find weird like little avenues for you to pursue your childish impulses or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Like, you don't want to grow up, but this is just taking it too far.
All of my rules over here by the bed so that I can see them. I have an extensive list of rules, but the main ones are no tantrums.
Okay, we're going to read these. She doesn't read the whole thing in the video, I don't think. There's too many. No tantrums. Don't tell daddy no. This includes no back-talking. Okay, this is already starting to feel like red flag territory. When upset, use your words to communicate with daddy. What kind of baby would even be able to read like writing this small? Ask daddy permission to have sweets. Until you get a job, get up at 11 a.m. every day and get up when alarm goes off. Actively search for a job while you get a job. Well, aren't you going to like run into child labor laws? It seems like there's not a lot of people who are going to want to hire babies. That's just me though. Clean up animals, clean up after animals, clean up after yourself, brush teeth before bed and in the morning. You think you would just remember this shit. Make sure to eat at least twice a day and drink 5 glasses of water a day. Look both ways before crossing the street and always hold daddy's hand. No staying past bedtime and go to sleep when daddy says no buts. Take time to focus on things that make... Okay, these are just positive affirmations. This person just had nothing better to do this day, so we're going to see what else is going on inside the mind of this fucking retard.
No saying no, and those are the 2 that I'm not that great at. If I break a...
That poor cat must be so confused. He looks like he just has that look of like, you know what? He wants to just put his paws up and go, I don't know what's going on. I have no fucking idea. Don't look at me.
Rule, then I get timeouts. I just have to sit here in the corner and stare at the wall and do nothing.
Anytime that I want a story, he'll read it to me because we like reading together, and sometimes I get to read the books, and if I don't know how to say a word, he helps me.
She made a very big muddy splash.
Splash. My favorite toys are all of my Stuffies and my Monster High dolls. Those are my favorite, and I don't know if it counts as a toy, but I love the cats. I like to play with them. Daddy, have you ever noticed that broccoli looks like trees? I'm the best at coloring.
To try and explain this lifestyle in terms of a little...
Yeah, you know what? Don't try to explain this lifestyle. It's kooky and it's crazy, and if you're not breaking any laws, you know, you could do whatever you want to. My recommendation to you is maybe don't broadcast it on the internet if you can't handle other people being confused. Because you've got to appreciate the fact that it's confusing for like a normal person.
This lifestyle is kind of like a coloring book where she hands me the lines and I can just fill them in with whatever color I want, basically.
What? Hold on.
You're pretentious!
Oh, I wish those fucking things would work the first time. And I don't know how far the stupid thing rewind. Okay, so I'm pissed off that this is doing this. Maybe I won't full screen these anymore. Fuck, man. Yeah, we were just... I kind of wanted to hear what he had to say. Shit. All right, we'll have to go back a little bit. I apologize for, you know, this has been a little bit of a technical whatever, but we'll get over it. This stream's going to be a little bit longer. We're going to have a few things to talk about, so appreciate you guys bearing with me here.
Wall and do nothing.
Anytime that I want a story, he'll read it to me because we like reading together, and sometimes I get to read the books, and if I don't know how to say a word, he helps me.
That's worth watching a second time.
Splash. My favorite toys are all of my Stuffies and my Monster High dolls. Those are my favorite, and I don't know if it counts as a toy, but I love the cats. I like to play with them. Daddy, have you ever noticed that broccoli looks like trees?
Jesus Christ. I want to play one of my like retard drops, but A, I would like to stay monetized for the foreseeable future, and B, I'm afraid it's going to fuck this video up, so I'm going to figure this shit out later. No big deal.
I'm the best at coloring.
To try and explain this lifestyle in terms of a little... This lifestyle is kind of like a coloring book where she hands me the lines and I can just fill them in with whatever color I want, basically.
We're both
That sounds like something a rapist would say.
equal.
Yeah.
Can I put it on the fridge? On the fridge. On the fridge. Hooray!
What the hell did this kid's parents have to say about this? think if they don't interview if the parents aren't in this segment, if they don't end up talking to them, I think that's kind of telling. I think it's possible she may be estranged from her family. So I'm going to address the chat in a minute. I'm going to bring it up, but I just wanted to say shout out to Paul May, good friend of mine, good real life friend of mine, friend of the family. What's up, Paul? Appreciate your watching, dude. Really, really appreciate it, dude. So I'm going to get to go through the chat and read your guys' comments in 1 second, but we're just going to finish this video. Let's just kill this off.
We did it. We did it. We did
I am
it.
so vulnerable and so open in
You
little
think?
space that's where I want to keep it. Like it's a safe place, and it's a place that we share together.
You have fun today?
Yeah. The best fun in the world.
Most fun ever.
Most fun ever with the best daddy ever.
I'm not gonna like try to cast aspersions on this guy here. I don't want to say anything bad about him, but do you guys think that like he's gonna have? Do you understand why there may be some confusion? Let's put it this way: if he isn't somebody who has weird proclivities for like children or childlike sort of stuff, do you think it's possible? Do you understand why like people would be confused? I actually got into an argument with, I don't know if any of you guys follow The Dick Show with Dick Masterson or The Biggest Problem in the Universe, but Dick's new co-host on that show, this guy Vito Giswaldi, and I liked Vito. I think he's funny. He gets a lot of shit online from a lot of people who say that he's a pedophile because he tends to have some weird, very like kind of leftist beliefs about that kind of stuff. And I wouldn't go as far as to say the guy's a pedophile or even a pedophile enabler, but we got into this big argument about it. And, you know, I ended up telling him like, hey, I don't think you're a pedophile, but I could understand because a lot of the stuff he was saying to me to try to explain why people think he's a pedophile, like it just was confusing. And I said, hey, listen, I'm not saying anything about you, but I could understand why people might be confused. You know what I mean? Like you don't want there to be any confusion when it comes to something like that. So, the one thing to me that's a real red flag about this guy is the fact that like they haven't even talked about what other people's reactions to this might be. I don't know. Sorry, I'm babbling on. Let me see if I can get one of my drops to work. Sorry.
You stupid fucking blabbermouth cunt!
There we go. All right, perfect. Maybe this isn't going to work out so bad.
My taxes, it's never interfered, and I don't think that it will.
Did she just say something about taxes?
I will always have that childlike sense of wonder about me. And whether or not in 20 years I still call myself a little, I know that I'm gonna have that inside me.
You know that people are gonna think you're fucking retarded.
Because I don't want to grow up.
Yeah, obviously not. Wow. Anyways, okay, so we get the main screen back. What's up, guys? So I'm going to take a minute. And there's another thing that I forgot to tell you guys about. I have music bed that I can talk over. How did that work? That actually played good. Okay, so we're going to get to the super chats now. So Bluetooth, what's up? Bluetooth is a cool dude. He's been following my channel for a while. Let's rip Stuttering John a new one. Yeah, why not? I mean, if he would give us some content, I think that would be funny. I don't know what he's afraid of, though. I mean, he's obviously still alive. He's tweeting. He should be doing fucking shows. I mean, the guy, he may not be entertaining on purpose, but he definitely is entertaining. So, how's the audio in the video? Feel free to let me know in the chat, like, how my audio and video is, and if I need to adjust anything. So, let's see. Jared Melrick. Heyo, what's up, Jared? Rich Martin. John solves problem A, but creates problems B, C, and D. Yeah, that sounds like John. Bluetooth, what the fuck? You're talking about the adult, whatever that paraphilia was that we just fucking watched. Jared said those earrings are so 2008. Oh, you're talking about the dinner plate earrings? Yeah, like that's not crazy enough. And there was another segment, I'm going to do it another time, but there's a girl who she's just addicted to dinner plate lips and earrings and all sorts of weird shit like that, and I don't really understand that. Paul May coming in, my buddy Paul. Freak, yeah, I know, right? It's so much more mental. I'm so much less repulsed by people who get weird piercings and like that other stuff that I was talking about with the piercings. Just these weird paraphilias, man, they're fucked up. Terry Nee, they need to be on a list. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't really know. I'm not really a big list maker myself. I don't know, maybe a BuzzFeed list of top five retards. I gotta be careful. I want to stay monetized. Come on. Fingers crossed here. D-Gulag Disturbing, yeah. Skull Adam, yeah. Stuttering John's Fingernails, what's up, dude? And I want to thank Dabblers Unanimous for my $1 super sticker. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. So, guys, go check out Dabblers Unanimous. He does a great channel, Dabblers Unanimous on YouTube, and check out StutJoeRadio.com. So this guy, Chris, he does StutJoe content, and it's really original. It's great. He does his own songs, and they're really creative. He's really good at running a show, and did you say that you were in radio? Because I remember, I don't know if it was you or if I was reading your biography or something like that, but if it was you or Kevin that had a history in radio, but I think you're doing a great job with your show. So go subscribe right now to Dabblers Unanimous. He's a good dude. Terry Nee, I grew up in a nice Protestant family. This was done privately. Yeah, I mean, everybody's got their weird shit, you know, I get it. It's like, does it all have to be like broadcast for the world to see? And do they all have to fucking accept you and tell you you're wonderful? Let me see. Okay, here's some advice. I grew up in a nice... Okay, so Paul May, LOL. Dabblers Unanimous. Try using the program Frago for your soundboard. That might help. I'm going to have to get with you to figuring out how to download and how to set that up, because that sounds great. I feel like my drops were 50-50 there, and when I'm in YouTube, which is when I want to play the sound drops the most, it seems like it's having that problem where the controller is doing other things I don't want it to do. So we're not going to get bogged down in all this technical stuff, but thank you, Dabblers Unanimous, for that. Thanks, Chris. What's up, Irrational Times? Steven, how you doing, buddy? I love your show. Also, don't forget to subscribe to Irrational Times. He's a friend of Mersh and Royce from Revenge of the Sis. He does a really great show, and he does a lot of original music as well, and it kind of reminds me of like a lot of that aesthetic stuff that came out of the IBS kind of community, where there's a lot of creativity with the bumpers and stuff like that. He's got a great channel, so go check out Irrational Times on YouTube, subscribe to him, and yeah, man, I was gonna say I loved that stream where your brother swung by your house and you weren't there, and he just live streamed and just basically did a show from your house. That was fucking funny. He seems like a cool dude. So what's up, Steven from Irrational Times? Terry Nee, source of COVID. Paul May, lol. Irrational Times, good lord. Yeah, I know, right? Fuck. And you live in Canada, too. The shit that you must see up there, it's a lot more liberal than down here, I guess. So what was I going to say? Yeah, thanks, brother, from Paul May. Would you let him near your children? No way. That's Paul talking about that weirdo who he... I mean, it's weird enough for the girl, but for the guy, you know what I mean? Like, I couldn't imagine being with a girl who likes to act like a little girl. That's fucked up, dude. I don't even need to explain why that's fucked up. You guys get it. Audio and video is good, bro. Okay, thanks, Dabblers Unanimous. I appreciate it, and I respect your opinion, because I know you know your shit with this stuff. So, okay, Paul, sounds good. Thank you. I need to get you to train me on OBS. Let me know if you want to make a few bucks. Absolutely, Dabblers Unanimous. And I was actually thinking about putting together a video tutorial to teach people how to solve some of the problems. Like, I was able to figure out the soundboard thing. I'm sure I'll figure it out how to get it to work more properly, but I got a lot of cool stuff that I've been working on, and there's some good videos out there, but I would love to do that. I would love to put together some tutorials, so I'll definitely have to talk to you about it. You were in radio years ago, Dabblers Unanimous. That's cool, man. Yeah, you definitely sound like somebody who knows what you're doing. Took me a long time to figure out like how to just keep talking, keep the show moving, and I think I relied on the editing aspect for too long. So Irrational Times, thanks, man. Hell yeah, dude. The government pushes, this is from Irrational Times, the government pushes all that progressive stuff, but the more you talk to people, the more you find out some people are sick of it. Yeah, that's the sense I get. And I always felt like Canada, let's get rid of this music bed in my head. It's like driving me fucking nuts. It's gonna like make me go Nintendo crazy. But anyways, yeah, it's I get the sense Canada seems like a really conservative country, and that yeah, I know that's seems to me like that's probably a common misconception about it. So we are going to go back to the screen. Sorry, I don't know why I set a timer on my phone. Fucking like Stuttering John over here. I had that happen last time. I had somebody fucking text me. I put my phone on silent mode, but in this case, I had set an alarm for myself. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a super quick break, and we're going to come back in 2 minutes when I have my shit together. Thank you guys so much for watching and for having patience with me. I'm Adam Goldstein, and you are watching the Gold Stream right here on Adam Goldstein TV. Okay, guys, so we're coming back now. I want to thank you guys so much for your patience. And, yeah, Jesus Christ, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, man. I think I was a lot more prepared when I did my stream last week. If there's anything I can say in my defense, it's that I'm trying out a lot of new shit with the OBS thing. So the soundboard, yeah, I'll have to talk to Chris about getting that, like, fixed, or I'll just try not to put so many of them in there. I think I must have loaded like 20 or 25 sounds into there. And they should work now. Let me just go through them, actually. If you guys don't mind, I'm going to play some of my sound drops so you can hear them. And if you've watched my channel, if you're familiar with my work, then you will know these sound drops from, like, videos I've done before.
Nobody wants to hear you talk.
It's Tony Soprano. That's my favorite one.
It stinks.
It makes me nuts.
You're pretentious!
I'm a babbling idiot.
And you're special just because you're you.
So see, that one worked that time, but the video drops were fucking up earlier. Yeah, and see, that one, it didn't play all the way through, so I gotta get that fixed. That's fucky. That sounds like shit.
There was a time.
So that's from Aerosmith. That's actually my favorite sound drop for, like, when I'm reminiscing. I'll just be talking, I'll be doing my old man speeches, and I'll just say, there was a time when things used to be more simple. You know what I mean? So that's what that drop is for.
You stupid fucking blabbermouth cunt!
So that is one of my favorite drops. That's got to be like my second favorite, and I'm proud to say that Carl from Who Are These Podcasts, I gave him that drop, and he uses it all the time. So I'm honored, man. I mean, I'm not going to fucking stop using it, but it's, you know, it's my drop, but I mean, I'm really glad that he thought that one was good.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
That's another one of my favorites.
He's not respected.
Such a cool guy.
Get a life, Jews.
Oh, that one played like shit, man. This
Get
sucks.
a life, Jews.
And that one's for the end of the show.
Fucking morons everywhere.
Why is everyone so fucking stupid? Why aren't more people intelligent like me?
Bomb, 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 bomb. Oh, I guess I'm a loser. A loser.
Yeah, that one applies to me for not being able to figure this shit out before I started live streaming. It's like Stuttering John. This is a Stuttering John moment for me.
Charles Schwab over here.
I don't think that one prints as well. I'm not going to be able to use it as much, too, so I'm thinking about replacing that one, definitely.
Why can't you give me the respect that I'm entitled to?
So that's, I think it's Faye Dunaway from, what's it called? Fuck, what's the name of the movie? Shit. Oh, Mommy Dearest. And I'm proud to say that Dr. Steve actually uses that one in his show. I know, here I am fucking name dropping. And then this one is for, you know, when somebody's stalling like me right now.
What are you waiting for, huh? What are you waiting for?
This other one.
You must have been at the top of your fucking class.
Yeah, it'd be nice if it'd fucking work. And, yeah, so anyways, without further ado, we're going to move on, and I'm not going to sit here and just waste all your fucking time right now.
What are you waiting for, huh? What are you waiting for?
All right, so we're going to get that screen pulled up, and we're going to watch the next video. And then after that, I might just try to catch up with the chat a little bit. So this is actually from a friend of the channel. His name is the Chad TI. Go subscribe to him on YouTube. Check out his channel. And he made a little bit of an interesting video that's kind of about me, kind of not. We might not watch the whole thing, but it's kind of interesting. So I mostly put this up not because I was offended by what he said as much as I'm just confused. I really honestly don't know what he's talking about. What's up, Gabriel Ruiz? Welcome. Welcome to the Gold Stream. So let's get this one started up. We'll see what this is all about.
I've grown up with them, you know. I meant to come out here like 45 minutes ago, but I got caught up in the...
Doesn't it look beautiful, man? Imagine being in fucking Hawaii right now. It must be so cool to live there.
Adam Goldstein stream.
Hey, look, it's your boy, Adam Goldstein TV. Man, I'm in print. This is like that movie The Jerk, where he sees his name in the phone book and he freaks out and he thinks like he's famous. This is pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna enjoy this moment. Adam Goldstein TV. People are making videos about me. They're talking about me, talking about the channel and the show. And okay, all right, pretty cool. All right, let's see what else he's got to say.
He's a perfect example of just a normal guy that has that unfortunately probably gets lumped into his group. I talk a lot about the JQ. Well, not a lot, but relative to a lot of other cowardly people, I have no problem discussing it. But
hey, I'm not cowardly. I'm a cool guy. Oh fuck, where's my fuck? I have a really perfect drop for that too. I know it's gonna fuck the video up, but you know what?
Such a cool guy.
Hey, there we go. Okay, sometimes the sound drops work. I'm a cool guy.
Such a cool guy.
All right, let's keep watching.
I've grown up with them, you know. Lived with them, had girlfriends that were
them. Careful, Kanye.
That persuasion. And you gotta, what I always try to get across is that the group that's doing all the evil shit is just a subgroup.
Wait a minute. I want to rewind this and I want to look at what that homeless person. I want to read that homeless person's sign.
That's doing all the evil shit.
I have MS. Blah blah blah. Something. Please help. Menaloa. Oh, it's some kind of like fucking Hawaiian like beggars like please something. I don't know. Whatever. Who cares? I shouldn't have even stopped to read this.
It's just a subgroup of the larger group. Like the guys I knew growing up when I was growing up.
Growing up.
The guys I knew growing up with, who I was very close to.
I'm a babbling idiot.
It's called social engineering and social programming.
What? Jesus Christ. Okay, it was worth playing that sound drop because I can go back to this. But let's just stop for a second. This video is Walking Waikiki. Okay, he lives in Waikiki in Honolulu, and I'm totally fucking jealous. Can't tell who's Goldsteining who anymore. Sorry, Adam. I don't know exactly what that means. I'm not offended. I don't understand what the hell he's talking about. So,
very close to. They didn't have kids in their basement awaiting Purim to drain the blood out of them to put in the matzah so they could double dip.
What? I don't know what kind of matzah you've been eating, man. I mean, I like fried matzah. I like matzo balls. I don't know anything about there being baby's blood in there, but yeah, man, I don't know.
That's racist!
Okay, I'm just kidding around with you, dude. I have no problem. You can make all the videos about me you want. I just don't understand. I think it's a little weird. I'm going to put this out there. I think it's a little weird that you made a video about the JQ, and I know what JQ is. And I think it's a little weird you made a video about JQ and you tagged me in it and you put me in the name of the description. But don't get me wrong. Like, thanks for the shout out and everything, you know?
It's not logical that it would be. And in fact, in that particular group, when the time comes, they will throw a large portion of their people under the bus, specifically the 2 bus.
Well, you should check underneath that bus to see if there are any Jews that have been thrown under there by other Jews. I'm sorry, I should be careful. I shouldn't even say the J word on my stream. Get banned.
Which goes down to Chinatown. Yeah, they'll throw them under the bus. In fact, I've only learned kind of recently from people that are more knowledgeable about this end times thing that they're pushing.
Can I just put it out there when people start talking about this subject matter, and it's good that, hey, the guy's passionate about his beliefs, but it's a lot. Do you see why this is kind of a lot for people to process? This is a lot to throw at people. It's heavy. This is some heavy shit.
They're trying to recreate the end times at the behest.
Hey, you know what? Nobody's perfect, okay? And you know what? All these people that are always complaining about the Jews and how the Jews are running things, I just want to say, what are we supposed to do? Are we supposed to let the Goyim run stuff? Are we supposed to trust the Goyim and the Protestants and the Catholics and the child rapers? And I'm kidding around. I love Christian people, but I'm just saying, like, you know, the Jews were God's chosen people. You know, they say not they say out of God to choose the Jews, not out of God, because goyim annoy him.
Of some rabbis who are becoming very impatient. They want to see their Messiah return. And their Messiah is bad news for us because he's not our Messiah. So
what is this, the deviled ham guy? Does anybody remember deviled ham? Oh my God, I love that shit. I would definitely eat a deviled ham sandwich right now. I could go for one. But other than that, skull, because I don't have any deviled ham. I wonder if Stuttering John eats deviled ham sandwiches. He probably does. He probably eats cat food, especially now.
Back, so they're kind of forcing a lot of this stuff. One of the next big...
And one thing I will say, nothing against Chad T. Hey, Chad, I like you. You're a good dude. I appreciate you watching the channel. It's just, you sound insane. This sounds like crazy shit. Or maybe it's just there's something that I'm missing, or maybe you're just not like really able to articulate what you really think. But it seems to me, and I'll even put Mersh in this category, and a lot of these other people who are like the Nick Fuentes kind of people, like the whole new, it's like cool to be anti-Semitic for these people now. But I think that they're always vague about stuff. And then there's this convenient excuse of like, well, if I say this, then YouTube will ban me. But I don't know, man. And this is coming from the perspective of somebody where like, I kind of want to understand what these people are talking about. I don't know. We don't have to spend the entire stream watching this whole thing. I got other stuff for us to cover, but I just thought this was interesting. And like I said, I appreciate the shout out, dude, you know, but I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Phases, from what I understand, of their push toward recreating the environment of Revelation is sacrificing a large amount of their people, like a large number, which ties into the idea of Holocaust, which is burnt offering, sacrifice.
Honest question. This is an honest question to all the fucking whatever, the Nick Fuentes, whatever you call them, any of the anti-Semites or the Nick Fuentes people, or to this guy. And I'm sorry, I apologize if I'm misunderstanding what you're saying, because it's like, I don't think I really do understand exactly where you're coming from, but do you believe that the Holocaust really happened? I obviously believe that it happened, but I want to know, do you think that the Holocaust happened?
So the people that would be given up would fucking be my friends. It would be Adam Goldstein.
Yeah.
It would be guys that don't have anything to do with the wicked machinations of the group within the group.
Okay, so this guy, he thinks I'm one of the good Jews, so that's good, right? I'm one of the good guys. Pat me on the head, I'm a good Jew.
And
if there ever is like a second Holocaust or anything like that, could you please do me a favor and like maybe put in a good word for me with the big guy? Maybe show him this video, tell him that like Adam Goldstein TV is one of the good ones.
It sucks, man. It sucks.
Just in case, you know.
You know, they'll get thrown under the bus. Under the number 2 or the pedo bus. This is the pedo bus up here. It's covered with those pedophile symbols, those swirls. You see that a lot around here.
Even the license plates in Hawaii have rainbows on them. So like even their license plates are trying to push gay, liberal, anti-family, crypto, Nazi, leftist, blah, blah, blah propaganda. I'm kidding, of course. I could give a shit. See, this is an example of like, I think these people worry a little bit too much. This is like, I don't know. I feel like thinking about this stuff all the time would drive me absolutely fucking insane.
You know, they can't communicate through regular means to maintain secrecy. So they just use symbolism, which people don't really understand. And they don't know a lot about or how to read. So it's the perfect way to send messages to each other, notes to each other. Okay, this is the boss we're supposed to tag to meet whoever. This is the drop-off point in Longs, right where the swirl.
And this is something I'm not going to really I'm not going to really be too preachy about, because I'm not like the best content creator in the world. I'm actually thinking about reviewing a video of myself where it was my first YouTube video ever, and it's the most embarrassing thing. So maybe that will be something for next stream. But this is so shaky. After a while, watching this gets very nauseating. He needs to get like a nice hand mount, or maybe I think there's even software that'll stabilize your shots a little bit. But it's not really a bad idea to do a walking stream, but I feel like it would be cool if you could get a stabilizing hand mount for your camera. Because, I mean, you live in Hawaii, dude. I would love to. I feel like I'm vicariously living through this guy just watching these streams.
Chair is. Until I put it on my Instagram and they covered it up. But after a while, they put a new swirl chair there because the creeps are probably like, "Where's the swirl chair?" No, I don't think Longs is monitoring my Instagram. You never know.
Hey, I just want to say shout out to Jared in the chat. That sounds cool, Adam. Review yourself. Yeah, you know what? I just might, but I think you guys might die from cringe. But if you want to see my face turn beet red, like there's a few videos. I actually used to have a show called The Adam Goldstein Show, and it was the worst. It was like Tom Myers, Opie level, dog shit content. But I think at some point I might be able to muster up the balls to actually show that to you guys and make fun of myself. So, yeah, we're going to finish. We're going to watch a little more of this, and then I think we're going to move on. Nothing against Chad. It's just I don't understand what he's talking about. But, I mean, it is kind of nice looking at the streets of Honolulu. Looks like a pretty cool city.
I'm taking anything off the table. But, yeah, it's always good to remember before you just, before people. It's the Jews. It's some of the Jews. It's not all the Jews.
Yeah, it's definitely not me doing the bad stuff, but the good stuff, like, the comedy and the entertainment and the great live streams, that's all me. I want, like, all the good Jew credit, and then I want to deflect to, like, all the bullshit. I mean, seriously, look at me. I'm the white, trashiest Jew you've ever met. I don't know what they think I'm in control of. I'm not even in fucking control of my own life, for Christ's sake. So, yeah, I'm one of the good ones, for sure, definitely.
It's just like all this kind of person isn't responsible for so much crime. There's a certain group within the group that are. There's always outliers, man.
Mormons.
And yeah, it's usually the smaller the smaller portion of whatever particular population you're talking about. It's always usually the minority. But
okay, so while I'm sitting here complaining about how fucking vague this guy is being, part of me is kind of saying to myself that maybe it would be a good idea if I just moved on and got off of this part of the stream. Yeah, nothing against you. So go check out the Chad TI, and if anybody else understands like what this guy is talking about or what he's all about, feel free to let me know. So anyways, yeah, that's a little interesting. So I want to take 1 second to just get caught up with the chat real quick. So we're going to do that. Excuse me, my voice is getting a little hoarse. You guys want to hear my horse impression? I can do an impression of a horse. Sorry, that was cringe. That was horrible. Okay, so all right, we got our music bed up, so I'm going to just go through the chat real quick. We're going to move on to the next video, and I think you guys are really going to like this one. So when I was on break, yeah, Gabriel Ruiz popped in. What's up, Gabriel? Really appreciate your comments, as well as Bluetooth. Bluetooth is like one of the OGs of AGTV. You know what? In fact, I'm going to go ahead and make you a moderator, if that's cool. If you don't want to be a moderator, you don't have to do anything, but I should have done that a long time ago. Goldsteining, Gary Crouch. Yeah, I had no idea what the fuck that guy was talking about, and he was actually watching my last stream live, leaving a lot of great comments, so I got no problem with the guy. I'm just confused. It was just weird. He like tagged me in that video, and I watched it, and I'm like, oh, cool. Somebody made a video about me, and I have no idea what he's talking about. So sorry, I got my computer like on the other side of my microphone, so this looks it looks like I got a gerbil up my ass. I got a little bit of a Richard Gere thing going on right now as I'm trying to read this chat. Cool sidewalk, yeah, I know, right? It seems like it would be a good idea for him to go down to the beach to film. That would be a lot more picturesque. But I guess he must live downtown or something. Hey, Shuli, let's get Adam on the Uncle Rico show. I think Shuli, he's going to start a company making sheds and call it Shuli Shed. No, Shuli said that he would have me on there. I would definitely go on there. I'd work that out with him. He's coming on my channel. I was supposed to record with him today. We postponed it. So we're going to be recording next week. So if you guys have that's a great segue too. If you guys have any questions for Shuli, anything that you'd like me to ask Shuli, let me know, and I will definitely include that. I'm still sort of writing my question list for him. It's going to be a lot of Stern stuff, but I'm trying to avoid asking him questions of stuff that he's been asked before. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff that he gets asked a lot. So in about 1 second, I'm going to just finish reading the chat. Let's see. That sounds cool, Adam. Review yourself. Yeah, I do want to review myself, so I have some cringe videos of when I started my YouTube channel. If you guys would like to see that, definitely let me know. Jared said, thanks, man, lol. I don't know what that's referring to. Gary Crouch, you could never be as bad as Tom Myers. I don't know, man. I mean, I just am comparing this stream to the last one where like everything ran like clockwork, and this time I think I tried to maybe take on a little too much. So funny, interesting thing about Tom Myers is I left a comment on one of his videos. Oh, we're gonna fucking watch it today too. So I left a comment on one of his videos saying something like, hey, like, why don't you unblock me on Twitter? And he said that he would if I signed up for his Patreon. So I said, I tell you what, I'll do you one better. Come on my show and you get yourself a deal. I'll sign up for your Patreon. And he did not get back to me. So I fucking wasn't able to get Tom Myers on my show. So yeah, maybe I don't know, maybe I'm worse than him. Who knows? Okay, good. Get rid of that fucking music bed. We're going to bring the screen back up. And we got it back up now. Cool. All right. I'm not going to go too nuts. I don't have to play any sound drops during this video. But this video, actually, one of my classic sound drops was taken from this video. So we're going to watch this right now. This is called Surreal Entertainment. Subscribe to Surreal Entertainment on YouTube. They make some of I can't even describe this. We're just going to watch it and react to it together. Turn this up a little bit. What's up?
What are you up to, my lovely son?
He looks like Fraser Crane.
I am making life hacks.
I am so proud. You make me proud, son.
Proud.
Three minutes later.
By the power of Sheldon from the Big Bang Theory, arise, rise, 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 rise. Welcome to the world. You are alive now.
How is your life hacking going, son?
I love the music in this too. It makes it that much more fucking unsettling.
What is this?
That's the last straw. Stop putting my creations in your mouth.
Just the way he says, the way they pronounce some of the words. It's indescribable, but I don't know if you guys are digging this or not. Maybe we can move on, but I fucking love these types of videos. They're quick too. They're like, it's not going to be much longer, but it's I think the whole point of it is just to be psychotic and fucking surreal. But I just want to warn you that if you watch too many of these videos, it's gonna like fuck your head up. It's gonna like melt your brain and make you lose your sanity, like for real.
I'm moving out. I'm moving out.
The joke here is that my son moved the text out, not actually moving out of the house. Laugh. 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 Laugh.
Those fucking eyes are so scary. They're like looking into my soul right now.
Laugh. 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 Laugh.
Fuck.
Laugh. 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 If you don't like...
Jesus Christ. Wow, yeah, that's... we're going to watch another one, but I think I might take a break. I'm going to get quickly caught up with the chat, and then I think we're going to take a quick break. And I don't mean to keep taking breaks, but yeah, just trying to see if I can address some of the technological problems. So let's see. Yeah, we're talking. So Bluetooth coming back. Hey, what's up, Bluetooth? So pretty sure I made you a moderator. Adam, do you think Stuttering John will return? I mean, I hope so. I definitely do want him to return for his own benefit. I mean, I don't want to stop anybody from friggin' live streaming, or if he takes a good, like, long, hard look at his life and feels that it's not the right thing to do, like if he comes to the conclusion that it's not healthy for him to be streaming and it's not healthy for him to be exposed to this troll culture or whatever the fuck it is that's really bothering him so much, you know, that's his decision. That's his choice to make. So I hope he, you know, like really looks after his own mental health, I guess, because I don't think it's worth like having him back if he's just gonna fucking self-destruct and it's gonna be sad and weird, and you know what I mean? That's not necessarily the vibe I'm going for. So I hope that he works stuff out. But a lot of people seem to think he's not coming back. I think it was, who was it? Kinky Loco? Yeah, Joe got a Discord. Joe got a Twitter. I don't know if you know Kinky Loco, but he is like kind of part of the sort of brain trust of the WATP sort of universe, like whatever, the dabblers. He's like one of the big dabblers, and the fact that he doesn't think John's coming back, that surprised me, because he's somebody that I would definitely put a certain amount of stock into what his opinion is. That guy, he's one of those people who eats, sleeps, and breathes like WATP and Stuttering John stuff. So yeah, let's see what else is going on. I'm trying to think. I'm glad that I saw that comment because I missed that one. You could never be as bad as Tom Myers. Yeah, I addressed that one earlier. Disturbing but fascinating. I love those fucking those surreal entertainment videos. There's another channel that does them, and maybe that can be like a segment where I'll show you guys a couple of the best ones, and you can go subscribe to those channels. I'm your guy, buddy. What's up? Thanks, Bluetooth. I appreciate it, man. Jared. Well, are you going to DabbleCon from Jared Melvich? No, actually, I'm not going to be doing. I'm not going to be going to DabbleCon. I wasn't even sure, honestly, if they were going to be rescheduling it or whatnot. But it sounds like, I don't know if there's going to be a lot of snow up in Rochester, but I'm currently in Georgia, so I was thinking about it. I just, unfortunately, I'm not able to make it. I got a few things going on this week. It's actually going to be my birthday that week, so I get some stuff planned with family, but it sounds like it's going to be a great time. I definitely look forward to watching the live stream. You know, if Carl can figure it out, if it's not going to end up like the fucking New York show, but it sounds like it's going to be a great time. A lot of people are going to be there, and I guess Anthony and like Chrissy Mayer and some of the other shows are planning on showing up, so I am bummed out that unfortunately I have to miss it, but we'll definitely come to another show in the future. I was at the Nashville show, and if you're somebody that you're on the fence about going to Who Are These Podcasts show, do yourself a favor, just fucking do it. It's fun. It's a great, like, Carl puts on a great show. It's great to meet all the guys. Everybody is super nice. They couldn't have been nicer. You know, I was there with Dr. Steve, and he was awesome. It was great meeting him. It was surreal getting to meet everybody. So if you're on the fence, definitely check it out. It's definitely worth a try. So anyways, yeah, other than that, we got the chats out of the way. I'm going to go to a break real quick. And I really appreciate you guys for watching. I'm Adam Goldstein, and you're watching the Gold Stream right here on Adam Goldstein TV. Don't go nowhere.
The word stole. So he missed the burnout. Welcome to the show. Don't forget to hit
What's up, guys? We're coming back. Let me just check and make sure my mic is actually on. I fucking, you know, this is one thing. Can I just say one thing that really bugs me about OBS is how you have an audio mixer with like a million things fucking plugged into it. And it's like there's a tiny like little vid window you got to scroll through. It's so fucking annoying. I know I could probably resize it, but what I think they should have in OBS is a little indicator, a separate like a little button that's just a quick toggle for your microphone to mute and unmute. Because this is something I think a lot of streamers could use. I have a hotkey wired for it, but right now I'm not exactly trusting my hotkeys. It's been a little glitchy, a little fucking wonky today, so I just wanted to scroll down, just make sure my mic is on. I don't want to be one of those fools. I remember one time I saw fucking Mersh do it on his stream where he came back from like a bumper break like I just did, and he was talking into his microphone for like 10 minutes where it wasn't even recording him, and it was so fucking funny. So anyways, without further ado, we're going to check out some other stuff too. I'm going to bring that screen back up, and we get it back up. Cool. All right, we're going to watch and make fun of Mr. Hal Sparks. So let's check this out. This is a video about Trump, I guess? I don't know.
The thumbs up, by the way, at the beginning of the show really helps build that crowd in here. You know, get some people in here noticing the place. Because, I mean, if we don't do that, there ain't no way people are going to find it. We are in, listen here, we up there near like 47K supporters.
Oh my God, Hal, what the fuck are you doing? Not only are you doing a cringe voice, but you're using like a Snapchat filter too. And I don't know what's supposed to be funny. Oh, I get it, because they're rednecks and they don't have teeth and they're stupid. Oh, okay. All right. It's not funny, but I get it.
But we're like, we in the swampland. We in the deep reeds, son. We up in the hills.
Okay, so in case you guys haven't gotten it, he's trying to hammer home. It's redneck. More redneck stuff. Wow. Way to tag your joke, Hal.
Of the internet, okay? And the only thing gonna let people know we're here, besides the smell, is of course gonna be if y'all light a fire. So, come on, light that fire up, give them thumbs. Come on, that's how we do it. Now.
Horrible. That fucking stinks. Okay, where's my,
It stinks.
Oh my God. Terrible, terrible routine.
Besides the smell, is of course going to be if y'all light a fire. So, come on, light that fire up, give them thumbs.
So this is Hal Sparks', I think he's patented this himself. It's his Trump supporter filter.
Come on, that's how we do it. Now, thank you, Ficus. Now, this, CSL and I...
And I just want to point out, look at the smile on his face. He's like he thinks he just did really good. He thinks he just fucking nailed it. But you know what I think is that this guy's used to doing a lot of, I wouldn't even say open mics. Hal Sparks, like he can sell tickets. Like was a sort of semi-famous sort of, I'm not going to fucking shit on this guy's career, but I'm just saying he's not exactly, for those of you who don't know who he is, he's not like a gigantic celebrity, but I think he's used to doing comedy type of shows where he gets good laughs. Like I've seen his stand up where it's terrible. And, you know, he knows how to play to the crowd of people that are such normies where it's like, I'm trying to think, it was like that Stuttering John show he did. He didn't do too good, but he was getting laughs. It's like, there's a lot of people who can get a lot. I don't know what the phenomenon is. It's like those Southwest Airlines pilots. Sorry, not pilots. It's like those stewardesses for Southwest Airlines where they do that terrible stand-up routine and everybody laughs because they're there and they're dressed up and they're like, well, I want to laugh. I want to have a good time. So they're kind of leaning into it, trying to, they don't want to believe that they spent their Friday night and whatever, 20 or 30 bucks to go see a fucking comedian who is just doing the same old shit over and over, time and again.
Both under the same thing.
He's so fucking smug. Just look at him. Let's do freeze frames. He's still got that shit-eating grin on his face now. I love it. And he can't even get his words out. He's laughing at himself like he's impressed with himself. Hey.
Trump does these videos at Mar-a-Lago 2 at a time because he's always wearing the same tie for 2 of them in a row. And they just knock him out, and then he goes back to golfing or whatever the fuck. And he hates doing them. You can tell they're uncomfortable. They have to do a lot of cutting. We've seen that already.
Sounds like my show.
And because he does that like lurchy shit with his whole body. Like it's amazing. But
I'm a babbling idiot.
Okay, so that skipped way far ahead in the video. This is fucking up my, like, seek in the video. So we're gonna go back, but I just had to fucking play that, because, yeah. He is. Jesus Christ, what the fuck is up with Trump's tan? Shit.
Oh, and this is him leaving and saying goodbye and saying hello, but the closest picture they had of him doing a Hitler salute, you know, believe me, that hand's gonna start drooping down over time just to, you know, massage the base. Bomb, 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 bomb.
Okay, that one sort of worked. I guess it depends on which hotkey it is. Fuck.
Oh shit.
Yeah, turn your volume up, fucko. And look at him. He looks so ridiculous. He's got earrings, a ponytail, and he's got the what is it, the wireless monitors, and then the fucking black jacket. He looks like Matrix hell. I know they made fun of Mersh on the what is it, the porcelain documentary, where they were saying there's like a Matrix version of Mersh where he has like the leather jacket and the fucking, he's like Matrix Mersh. This is Matrix hell right here. You know who he really reminds me of? He's like a skinny Steven Seagal, or like, what's his name? Fuck, Corey Feldman. Yes, he's reminding me, starting to look like fucking Corey Feldman.
This is not going in my headphones for some reason.
Because you're a fucking dummy and you don't know how to run a show.
God knows. All right, here we go.
Hal's actually not that bad. He's probably way better than me at OBS, but I've seen this guy like have a lot of technical fuck up. So right now I'm kind of trying to, like, he's making me feel a little bit better about the way today's stream has gone.
We have two standards. All right, here we go.
Standards of justice in our country.
Regular and unleaded.
One for people like you.
Oh, stinkeroo. Hal, open a window, man. That one really stank.
And me.
There are no people like you. Don't fucking drag me into your personal hell, you dumb motherfucker.
I just realized how fucking cringe this is. This is me doing commentary of him doing commentary. I want to do a video where somebody else is doing commentary of somebody else, so I can be doing a commentary of somebody else doing a commentary of somebody else doing a commentary of somebody else doing a commentary. It's basically like when you put two mirrors up against each other, and you try to like see how far you can look into it.
There maybe for pussy grabbers and dudes who've been trying to like dodge sexual assault claims their whole fucking life, guys who used campaign funds to pay off prostitutes and porn stars and abortions and all kinds of shit, people who signed Bill Clinton when they flew to Epstein's Island, like, that'll get them. That kind of shit, like...
You stupid fucking blabbermouth cunt!
See, that's worth losing my place in the video. Who cares? We're just going to jump around and watch this whole thing.
Let me see if... Because, fuck, it won't come up. It won't be able to find my account on there. Yeah, shit.
This is stuttering John.
I'll post a picture of it. But the main idea that this guy came back with was,
And Jesus Christ, we do have to have an honest conversation about what the fuck is going on with Trump. Between this tan, this, like, he looks like he really does look like a burnt baked potato, but those fucking trading cards, and I talked about this on the Bernie and Zach show, so you can see my segment on my channel where we had talked about Opie, but if you go to their channel, Bernie and Zach on YouTube, we talked in depth about Biden, we talked about Trump, we talked about a lot of this stuff, so it's just, oh my God, I love this freeze frame of Hal. This is just, dude, I want to take a screenshot right now. I'm not going to risk like giving my computer a fucking heart attack, but he looks retarded. Hal looks really retarded in this picture. This freeze frame.
You talking about it, and that's the whole thing, is because you think we look silly, but you're the one spreading the message. And I'm like, okay, first of all, asshole, we're not talking about it. We're laughing about it. You look like an asshole. And it is a conversation point, amongst people that, again, this moron willfully looks like a dickhead to the entire world so he can pass codes to a bunch of assholes who believe stuff that absolutely is not true on a material basis.
Why is everyone so fucking stupid? Why aren't more people intelligent like me?
This date came, this thing did not happen. This date came, this thing did not happen. It's not even fucking like, oh, maybe if you shuffle it, he meant in 1802 instead of 2018. Like, get the fuck out of here. So,
I'm a babbling idiot.
And then, you know, it doesn't harangue you. It doesn't affect how you vote. It's just kind of a, like, that's interesting, right? This is...
What the fuck, dude? This is like, oh, this is bad. I wish he was on stage right now trying to do this as a routine and just fucking bombing. I wish Hal would have a live audience. Oh, Hal, you stink.
Everything about Trump right now, to me, is like Harry and Meghan level stuff. Like it's toilet paper talk about current something. The current something. More
You're pretentious!
with was, well, it got you talking about it, and that's the whole thing, is because you think we look silly, but you're the one spreading the message. And I'm like, okay, first of all, asshole, we're not talking about it. We're laughing about it. You look like an asshole. And it is a conversation point, you know, amongst people that, again, this moron willfully looks like a dickhead to the entire world so he can pass codes to a bunch of assholes who believe stuff that absolutely is not true on a material basis. This date came, this thing did not happen.
You must have been at the top of your fucking class.
This date came, this thing did not happen. It's not even fucking like, oh, maybe if you shuffle it, he meant in 1802 instead of 2018. Like, get the fuck out of here. So, his response was, you know, we got you talking. And I'm like, we're talking about it, but we're talking about it like when you're eating fries and there's some burnt ones and you have a mild conversation about what's crispy, too crispy, and burnt. You know that conversation that you've had dozens of times? And then, you know, it doesn't harangue you. It doesn't affect how you vote. It's just kind of a, like, that's interesting.
Nobody wants to hear you talk.
Okay, so I think we're going to tap out from this just because I'm having this fucking problem every time I try to seek. I mean, every time I try to play a sound drop, it's like skipping. It's playing with my YouTube. I need to find a way to disable that in my YouTube settings. But Hal, yeah, he's always cringe. He's always good for a fucking laugh. So we're going to watch this one. This is another surreal entertainment video, and there's not going to be a lot of commentary on this one. But after this, we're going to get to the chat and just get caught up. So really appreciate you guys being here and appreciate you watching the stream. This one's from Surreal Entertainment, and this is Every Talent Show Ever.
And the next
Jesus fucking Christ.
And the next contestant is a poor child from a poor family and a poor neighborhood.
Ugly talent factor.
Hi, I'm a poor child and my life passion is dancing, and I hope the judges will like my dancing.
Excuse me, can you also cry for the camera?
Can you also cry for the... I love this already.
Ever since I was a poor baby, I've dreamt of being on Ugly Talent Factor.
Ugly Talent.
It's really a dream come true, and I hope I can prove to everyone that I have what it takes.
Who are you and why are you here?
Script Say that you are poor and cry. That's awesome.
I am poor.
Wow, that is so sad and inspirational. You are so brave, but what will you do?
I will dance.
The fucking music. And her fucking face just... This is the best. I shouldn't stop it. I'm fucking up the flow of this. Sorry. I should just shut up and just play this.
Now give me money.
Now give me money. That's fucking awesome. And just the way she... This weird falsetto voice. I love it.
Yay.
And this is a common thread with the guy who makes these videos. Is a lot of the characters at the end, they'll just randomly, and obviously if you've been watching this, you realize that like nothing makes any fucking sense with these videos. But I love the endings where they just fly up into the sky. What's up, Chad? We actually watched your video earlier, the one that you made about me, and yeah, we were just kind of goofing on you a little bit. So yeah, no hard feelings or anything like that. Appreciate you being here, Chad. Welcome to the channel, sir. Welcome to the Gold Stream. Okay, guys, so now we are back in the fuck. I meant to select the other. God damn it, this whole... You know what? This whole fucking stream has been nothing but a comedy of errors, but that's okay because I definitely am enjoying myself today. So I'm going to get caught up with the chat and just, yeah, address a couple of things. So I see Chad TI has got here. Chad TI has entered the chat. I actually covered your video earlier, so I did maybe goof on you a little bit, so no hard feelings, man. I'm just kidding around, and I definitely wasn't offended by your video. I was just confused. So I didn't really understand a lot of the stuff that you were talking about per se. But another thing is I still haven't figured out how to integrate my chat into the screen. So I know, you know, most of you who are watching live, if you're in the chat, you're seeing the other chats. But I would like to get those up on the screen for you guys for easier reading and whatnot. But I'm going to go back through the chat and just see what's been going on. Fuck, there's a lot of shit in here. Let me see. We're doing a stuttering John right now. Adam, perhaps let's cover Hal Sparks. Super cringe, and he's a doll with the housewives and their super chats, lol. I don't know if you sent that before I did the Hal Sparks segment. I had planned on doing that all along, but no, good idea. I definitely want to do more of his streams. It's just, he is so corny. Sometimes I have a hard time. Let me turn this fucking music bed off. It's starting to drive me nuts. So anyways, sometimes I find Hal to be so corny that I struggle to like find commentary. I don't even know what I'm gonna say to really like make fun of it and make it funny. So yeah, that's Jared saying thanks, man. Obnoxious John, what's up, dude? I don't know if you want to be a moderator for the channel or not, but I'm going to make you one. No pressure. If I make you a moderator, you don't have to do shit, but just gives me the appearance. It actually makes me look like I got fucking, like people behind me. So I'm sure that my moderators are a lot smarter and a lot more savvy than Stuttering John's fucking idiot moderators who keep giving him money, and they don't understand that the grifter has fucking left town. They're still waiting for their package of fucking snake oil. So bring some poker chips to Rochester. Maybe we'll get a Hold'em tourney going. Obnoxious John, are you from Rochester? Are you like connected with? Are you friends with Carl and like connected with WATP? Because I hear Carl talk about poker sometimes on the show, and usually like his poker talk usually is like him talking about having pocket aces and going all in. So I don't know, is Carl a good poker player, you think, or do you think he's a donk? Like, you think I'd be able to take Carl for all of his money? I don't know. I think Anthony Kumi is a pretty good poker player, but I actually think that's a great idea. I would love to, or you can go ahead and suggest that to Carl. At some point, they need to organize a Who Are These Podcasts poker tournament. Excuse me. Because Opie and Anthony did a poker tournament at Mohegan Sun in Connecticut, and that's a place that I used to play a lot up in Connecticut. It's a great casino, and they actually had a poker tournament there. So if WATP did a poker tournament, I would move like heaven and earth to get there. I feel like it would be really awesome, and you'd get a good turnout. And I feel like it would be funny to just play poker and make fun of Stuttering John all night. So let's see. This is from Bluetooth. If John took the Perry Caravelo route, John would be drinking for free and making dough. He's a real dope. You weren't going to say he's dope. No, he's a dope. And yeah, he really is, man. His instincts betray him. It doesn't seem like at any juncture like he had the right instincts for how to handle this trolling phenomenon. It's funny how he has turned into a cultural phenomenon, and not for good reasons, not for the reasons that he would want to be. So that's definitely interesting. But I got to be honest with you, as somebody that I'm still watching WATP, but as far as some of the new lolcows that they've kind of introduced, like Perry Carvalho, I don't really know that much about him. I think he seems funny. He seems like an interesting guy. You can see why people are interested in him. But a lot of what he does is like yelling, and I don't know if is he doing a bit. I don't understand. Like the guy, he seems a little mental, but I gotta be honest with you, you could write on a fucking grain of rice what I know about this Perry Carvalho guy. So I would have to I need to get myself caught up and get a little more into his videos, because he does sound like a character. Hal Sparks is not funny at all from Obnoxious John. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's just he's sometimes like you can goof on him for a few minutes and then it becomes like stupid. It's like making fun of a child. Gary Crutch, what's up, Gary? How you doing, man? Hal knows something about massaging the bass. That's pretty good. Yeah, his joke was terrible. That thing fell so flat. And you know what? It fell about as flat as my fucking sound drops that I'm trying to shoehorn into the show now. And I think part of it is that I have like 20, 25 drops, and I'm not 100% sure of where all the buttons are. I got to learn where the buttons are, but also they've been kind of stuttering on me a little bit. I don't like that. That's not good. So, John Funny Bluetooth. I don't know exactly what that means. Obnoxious John, Trump 2024. Hey man, I still like Trump. I do feel like he's starting to lose it a little bit, and I'm worried about him, and I'm worried about I'm just worried about the people that he fucking surrounds himself with. But I feel like for the last couple of years, like it's tough, man. I think DeSantis is somebody where I feel like he would have a much better shot at winning. I honestly feel I don't want I've always been a fucking Trump. Right behind my computer is Trump stickers and shit. Man, I was with him for the last couple of years, but I just worry. It's not that I want to turn on the guy. It's just I worry, like, what the fuck? What exactly the fuck is going on? Like, in his camp, in his mind, what is he doing? What are his plans? It seems like there's a slow roll to kind of explain, like, exactly what the fuck is going on with that campaign. And I feel like Trump has been very vague, very cryptic. He's been kind of out of the public eye, and part of that's because he actually has been legitimately like shadow banned. But I feel like he probably made a mistake to not get back on Twitter sooner, because I think that Twitter, as much as it sounds like he has some kind, like his feelings are hurt. He doesn't want to like give Elon Musk the satisfaction, but I feel like it's a tool that would have definitely helped him a lot. So I don't know. I'm rambling right now. Let's see where I'm
a babbling idiot.
There we go.
You stupid fucking blabbermouth cunt!
Okay, so for those of you who are just joining us, welcome to the show. Welcome to the Gold Stream. I have fucking sound drops now. Ooh, and I'm monetized. So yeah, just so you guys know, I do have super chats enabled. Just so you know.
What are you waiting for, huh? What are you waiting for?
Guys, I'm kidding. I really appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate any support I get, financial or otherwise. So another thing I'm going to read is I'm actually jealous of Trump's tan, Obnoxious John. Yeah, man, you don't have to be. I mean, you can get a tan like that of your own if you, I don't know, if you just like stick your face in the oven. And he looks, I just don't understand, man. He's down in Florida, but a guy does some fucking kooky shit. And I still don't understand his fucking hairdo, man. I feel like Trump would look so badass if he shaved his head and had a beard. He's definitely one of those guys who, whatever he does with his hair, he should fucking grow a beard out. He'd start looking cool. Like fucking Ted Cruz, man. He looked like a ghoul. He looked like a child molester. He grows a beard. He looks like a normal, average-looking dude. So, yeah, Trump's a guy who could use a beard. Hal makes me want that Canadian healthcare. He's not Canadian, is he? I think he lives in, like, Los Angeles. I've never had a French fry convo in my life. Oh, this is from the... I'm sorry, and this is, like, this might be kind of boring. I gotta, like, wrap this part up. So, Shalom, OJ, Obnoxious John. Did I make you a fucking moderator yet? What's up? So, Chad T.I. Dabblers Unanimous. Is this supposed to be a more talented version of Greta Thunberg? Yeah, I don't know, man. Greta Thunberg, I don't know what's going on with her, man. She looks absolutely fucking crazy. So, we've got tons of chats to read here. I'm going to throw the music bed on again for a second. And I'm not going to read every single one because I don't want to bring my show to a grinding halt. But, yeah, I do want to pay attention to what you guys are saying. I want you guys to know I hear you. I see you in the chat there. I really appreciate you guys just being here and fucking giving me your opinion. You guys have any suggestions for anything, or if you have a suggestion for a video you'd like me to cover, you can always get with me on Twitter. DM me on Twitter at Goldstein TV. You can see my Twitter handle is above. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to us. If you're on YouTube, definitely hit that like and subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell, too, so you'll get notifications when I go live. And that definitely helps me, helps my numbers, helps legitimize my stupid fucking dog and pony show for what it's worth. So I do appreciate that, guys. Imagine Hal's audience, LOL. Yeah, I feel like Hal's got to have the stupidest motherfuckers who follow him. He's not funny. He's got this like fake smug thing he does where everything is just like, it's in a lot of reaction people do this. And this is why I think reaction videos or the quote unquote commentary community has such a bad reputation as far as like being low, quote unquote, like they consider it to be low effort content because a lot of people do abuse it. A lot of people literally just play videos. I'm looking at you, Kyle from Size on Z, who I like. Don't get me wrong. Kyle's my fucking buddy, but, Kyle is a good dude, but the only thing that I would say about Kyle is that like he abuses the privilege of letting videos run, not doing commentary, not showing his face. It's like if I just walked away or if I took my camera away and I was just sitting here not doing commentary. I got to find a right balance because on one hand I don't want to be a
you stupid fucking blabbermouth cunt,
right? I don't want to be
I'm a babbling idiot.
Right? I don't want to just be wasting your fucking time, but at some point, you've got to have a take on something. You can't just play other people's videos as content. You can't play other people's shit and just call it content. So I just want to say thank you to Gary Crouch for a $5 super chat. Gary Crouch, I like where your funny comes from. Keep it up, man. Hal makes me want the assisted suicide part of Canadian healthcare. Okay, that's pretty funny. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to bring this one up on the screen, but it's not letting me. I have to figure out how to do it. Go to channel. Yeah, it's not letting me like bring this up on the screen. Hold on a second, because I want to see if I can do that real quick. I can do that. Hold on. Fuck, I have like a note over this. And I've never done this before, so I want to... Yeah, I don't know why it's not like letting me bring this up. I don't know. Maybe that's a thing that you do on StreamYard. But anyways, so I can't bring this up on the screen right now, unfortunately. But yeah, no, I really appreciate the super chat, Gary. Gary Crouch, thank you so much, man. That's awesome. And I want to thank everybody else for being here and for commenting. And just let you guys know that this really means a lot to me that you guys are here and you're letting me know what's going on. So let me see. We'll get the music back. I'm sorry. I need to get better music because I don't know what it is, that Nintendo Wii Shop music. It drives me fucking crazy sometimes. So let's see. So creepy. Oh, nice. Plenty to goof on. What's up, Chad T.I.? Okay, so he's not mad that I goofed on his video. I just didn't understand, and I mean, if people have like out there political beliefs or theories or whatever, that's cool. I just like had no idea what the fuck you meant. So let's see. Imagine Hal's audience. Yeah, Chad Adam has sent a cease and desist. Dabblers Unanimous. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Chad T.I. I've sent a cease and desist. Please no bully. Okay. Oh, yeah, he's joking around. He's saying that because I did commentary on his video. You're going to watch that back later, though. I just didn't want you to be mad and get the wrong impression because you've been around for a while, and I appreciate you, man. So, let me see. So, Dabbler's unanimous, LOL. It's fine. No one understands me, man. Yeah, believe me, dude. I hear you. Adam Goldstein knows all about being misunderstood. It's all good. We like everyone here. This isn't Reddit. Oh my God, right? Dabbler's unanimous. Did those fucking Reddit cunts, did they like really get to you? You know what I mean? Were they the same way to you as they were to me? Because I'm not even talking about like negative comments on posts or content. I felt like usually the reception of my stuff was generally good, but it was like, I feel like the people that are running that subreddit are really fucking weird, and they always kind of have been. But it's the I left the Dabblers Discord a long time ago. That's a whole nother story for another day. But I have pretty much nothing to do with the Dabblers Anonymous. I'm talking the official, like the Reddit and the Discord. But it's not like I have a problem with the Dabbleverse or anything like that. I don't go on that subreddit anymore. I feel like it's become a lot of gatekeepers. Look at me, I am the gatekeeper. And I don't agree with that. I don't believe in gatekeeping. I mean, there's always going to be carbon. There's always going to be people that try to rip people off, except for in the case of Chad Zumach. I totally understand them telling Chad Zumach to fuck off when he... And that's another thing is Chad is friends with John. So for him to be friends with John and then stab him in the back, all these other people, like Shuli was never John's friend. He just didn't necessarily want to do content about John. He didn't really want to like go after him hard. And then he sort of changed his mind because John was just fucking with him so much. And I think maybe to some extent he realized that there was potential in it. But with Chad, it was pure, like, I want to cash in on this. And I got to give a shout out to Chad Zumach because he actually follows me on Twitter now. So I don't know if he watches the show or not. But what's up, Chad? I'm one of these people, I don't necessarily hate Chad so much. I don't necessarily... I think he can be a good lolcow, but the thing that I didn't like that Chad did was the shit with Aaron Imholt from Steel Toe. And I'm not just saying that because I'm like, you know, I had him on the channel. I consider him a friend of the channel, and I love his show. But I just thought that was totally unreasonable. I thought when Chad was posting... like, what was it? It was Aaron's ex-wife and the kids and stuff. I thought that was fucking weird. And it's the kind of thing somebody does, A, when they're desperate, and B, when they have, like, no creativity. No, like, creative ideas of their own of how to be funny or make a joke. It's all just like, oh, let's fuck with people in real life. And there's a lot of people who do that. Even in the Dabblers community, there's some of that shit going on. But it's... the more I start to learn and get into the goings-on with the IBS community and the Killstream and all those fucking people from Gamergate and shit, it's that there's so much of that going around. It's like everybody does gay ops and flagging and behind-the-scenes weird shit. Everybody does that shit and everybody lies about it and everybody wants to pretend that they're all above it all and they don't do that. And I don't see the need for that. I felt like that was just ridiculous. Chad totally embarrassed himself there. But other than that, I don't know. Why the fuck are we talking about Chad Zumach again? I don't know. I'm trying not to necessarily just talk about, nothing but just WATP-esque type of trolls because I really want to branch out and not just be like a carbon copy of someone else's show. I feel like there's a lot of other people that do much better commentary on this type of stuff. So I do appreciate the heads up and the information. So I've been a little uningratiated lately with this stuff. Trying to see. Yeah, but that comment you made, Dabbler's unanimous about it not being Reddit. I totally get it, man. You don't need to be on Reddit too. There's other ways. Like I would rather just watch the other shows and get my Stuttering John news that way than have to read through have to find out everything through like Gameron posts. I don't know if you know who Gameron is, but he was this guy who used to post on the subreddit. He's been posting there for a couple of years, and he was somebody that never liked me, always shit on my content. He made a thread about me where he was like, Adam Goldstein TV is fucking cringe. And I was like talking with the guy and just goofing on him and going back and forth. And I thought, maybe this guy's all right. Maybe he's just being funny. And he like said that he wanted to fight me and said a lot of fucking weird shit to me. So I think he's like, I don't think he's exactly the cream of the crop when it comes to, the quality of the WATP audience. So yeah, definitely it's a spectrum for sure. And it's a spectrum, and I think Gameron or Gameron, whatever the fuck his dumb name is, there's a spectrum and he's on it. So, there is some stuff that will be coming out soon on him. Stuttering John. Oh, so Chad is saying he misses Stuttering John. Some more stuff is going to come out soon. Dabblers, can you tell me what's going on? Like what's coming out about him. Is he coming back? Is there some sort of like shit he's involved in, some more drama, maybe some more drama with Elisa Jordana? And I wonder, because John was one of those people who, you guys, I don't know if you haven't seen the Elisa Jordana Stuttering John interview. It was so awesome. I covered it. I did a video about it, a 2-parter video about it on my show. And Elisa was kind of sort of disgraced. She had sort of a thing that went on with her community. And it's a whole fucking thing. It's involved with a lot of people. Some other people that I actually know and that do watch this show, so I don't want to get too into it. But she was basically involved in a big thing where her community was swatting Bob Levy, Jared. Sorry, why did I say Jared? Fuck. Aaron Imholt from Steel Toe Morning Show and Chrissy Mayer and Frank Pellegrino. They got swatted. They ended up catching the swatter. It was a whole fucking thing. But Elisa Jordana was sort of implicated because it was a member of her community, and she didn't really like do anything to stop it. So her and Aaron Imholt had this big feud. It was a huge thing, and now she's not doing that Kermit and Friends show anymore. And I wonder if that's something that John is like kind of if he's sort of like getting a little bit of satisfaction off of that, or if, who knows, maybe Elisa will fall on such hard times that she'll actually come around and maybe she'll want to give Stuttering John a second look. I don't know. I'm sorry. This is going to nauseate me. The idea of, and you could say whatever you want about Elisa Jordana, but the idea of a woman that fucking beautiful lowering herself to Stuttering John, it's enough to make you lose your lunch. So anyways, I'm fucking babbling again.
I'm a babbling idiot.
You stupid fucking blabbermouth cunt!
Something tells me I'm going to be using those drops on myself a lot. So far, I think the stream seems to be going better. I think the second half seems to be going better. We've been going for about 99 minutes now. So I'm going to finish the chat. We're going to take a break, and we're going to come back and watch some other shit. If you guys have any suggestions for videos, right now, I want to take a suggestion. Do you guys have something, and it's got to be something really funny that I can riff on, but if you guys have something you want to send me, you can post a link in the chat. Maybe I'll take a look, because I'm open to keeping the stream going a little longer, but I think I have like maybe 2 or 3 videos left. We're going to finish this chat list. Oh crap, I had a wrench. I am going to hit OJ with it. That's fucking funny. All right, I'm shocked SJ is still gone. Yeah, I mean, I think there was a time where Stuttering John was live streaming himself so much, and you can't really imagine. It was like hard to imagine him not being around, because he was one of those people that to us he was like such a constant. It was, what was it, every Thursday, every Saturday he would stream. So I just want to take a second to say I'm so glad that my There Was a Time drop just worked, because I love that fucking one. It's one of those drops I've had for a long time, and I almost never get the chance to use it. So I'm really happy that worked. So let me see what else. So someone must be advising him. Obnoxious John, Cleveland. What does that mean? Is there another show happening in Cleveland? Chad T.I. Carl seems too... Sorry.
I'm a babbling idiot.
Carl seems super chill. Yeah, I've met Carl in person at the live show. He was really cool. He's had me on the show a couple of times. I've talked with him, emailed with him back and forth, and he was great at kind of advising me when I had the whole feud with Stuttering John, and I was going through the DMCA thing and all the bullshit with the Heather W. interview and the fallout and all the stuff with Heather. Carl was really great. He always gave me advice, and he is, I can confirm, really nice guy, really good dude. And he, honestly, like completely honestly, WATP has been my favorite show for a long time. He's very talented, and I'm just happy that, he's successful. He's doing so great. So he's kind of holding the torch. He's sort of carrying that Opie and Anthony torch, I feel like, and that's another thing about Carl I really appreciate. It's like he's keeping the spirit of Opie and Anthony alive. So let's see. Someone must be advising him. Stuttering John. I would think so. I would think it doesn't seem like something John would want to do, would want to be stopped getting attention, but he's got to have financial troubles, medical troubles, mental troubles. You know what I mean? It has to be coming to a crisis point with him for him to be that drastic. Because I felt like he was pretty happy with his whole routine and his whole shitty little life for a while. So, we're going to wrap this up. Obnoxious John videos are hilarious. I love Obnoxious John videos. And I love, why do I podcast? Kevin from Why Do I Podcast is great. He's not here right now. Dabblers Unanimous, another great Stuttering John show. So if you guys are listening right now, take out your notebook or go subscribe to these guys right now. Check out their channels. Dabblers Unanimous, Why Do I Podcast, Obnoxious John, Chad T.I. I don't know if anybody else has a channel in here they want to plug. If you guys want to post a link to your channel in the chat, that's fine too. I don't mind that at all. So I don't care about Chad Zumach, Chad T.I. Do you think you're a little partial, though? Do you think maybe you're acting as if Chads need to stick together? I don't know. I'm sorry. That was a terrible pun. That was a terrible joke. But I get it. I'm not, like, big into the Chad stuff, I guess. I've talked to Chad back and forth. Like, I can see why people don't like him, but, like, whatever. I really don't. I don't find him so hateable. The stuff he's done is insane, though. With the credit card shit and the Chrissy Mayer feud. I don't understand any of that. The feud with Aaron Imholt, I think he really looked like a fucking scumbag. So I can get it. I don't necessarily find him as milkable as Stuttering John. So thanks, buddy. I also produce for WDIP. Yeah, I did know that. Oh, no, he's saying that to Bluetooth. Yeah, Obnoxious John. Yeah, you do a great job producing for that show. You guys do some really high quality stuff. And, it's really impressive. It's definitely cool to see everybody get in on the fun and everybody kind of show off their sort of prowess when it comes to video editing and put on a show. It's really cool when you work really hard editing a video, doing a stream, whatever it is, and you see it all come together. It really can be satisfying. Raid Jake H. So this is Megan. Are you talking about Jake Huston? Yeah, I guess you're saying that he was involved in this somehow. That's what I heard. And so I don't know the whole truth. But Jake's always been nice to me, so I have no problem with him. But if he was involved in that swatting thing, that sounds like a problem for him. That definitely doesn't sound good. Yeah, the hate on Chad seems contrived. I think there are a lot of things in the Dabbleverse that seem contrived, and I'm not talking about who are these podcasts, because I think they've got a good penchant for figuring out what to and what not to cover. But I do honestly think that there are some people that, like, maybe they have a good idea about lolcows they want to introduce, and I think some of it is kind of, I don't know. So the scatter, yeah, he's talking about the swatter. He was like 14 and he had fucking child porn on him too. That's another crazy thing. I'll let you know this before I reveal it. He is not going to be on Hulu like he claims. This is Dabblers Unanimous. He's not going to be on Hulu like he claims. He is involved as a personality on a documentary on a cable channel that no one knows still exists. So this kind of reminds me, it's almost like the peacocking thing with Mersh when he was in that Teddy Hart documentary. And for him, I think that sounds like a pretty cool project. But I know Jesse P.S. was giving him a lot of shit over it, that, they were just picking it apart and saying what a not big deal it is. But what you're talking about, it sounds like doesn't sound like that's as big as the thing Mersh is doing. But I know Mersh was like really proud of that. So I like Mersh. I have no problem with him. Definitely a fan of Nightwave Radio. If you don't know who Mersh is, he does a show called Revenge of the Cis. Go check them out. Go subscribe to Revenge of the Cis and go subscribe to Nightwave on YouTube, because he does a nighttime show where he's really drunk. Okay, so here you go, Adam. So I got a link in the chat. I'm going to click this after. I might have a little trouble. It might take me like a minute to just set that up, so maybe I'll get that set up when I'm on break. So Obnoxious John giving me some cool content. I appreciate that. Aaron did get a call from Subway, so... Okay, Gary Crouch. Yeah, there was another thing, too, where... I guess it was a meme where what's his face, fucking Chad Zumach was comparing Aaron to Jared from Subway. So because he's got the glasses, he is that general maybe kind of look, that Midwestern glasses guy kind of look. And I had said to Chad on Twitter, I said, like, this was funny. Comparing people to Jared from Subway was funny in 2016 when fucking Alex Jones did it. And he's like, Chad Zumach responded, and he's like, well, I didn't fucking even watch Alex Jones. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, I'm kidding around. Like, chill out. I'm not like one of these people who's trying to fucking get you. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? If you put something funny on Twitter and I think I can tag it, or I can kind of, you know what I mean, leave a goofy comment, don't interpret that as I'm trying to fucking troll you. But the last thing you should do if you think somebody's goofing on you or giving you a hard time, don't shift into explanation mode. That is the worst fucking thing you can do. Just start explaining yourself. Oh, yeah, well, I didn't know, and it wasn't my fault. Dude, just chill, like relax, okay? So, yeah, I'm getting a lot more chats in here, so this is pretty cool. Thank you guys so much for this, for being a part and participating in the show. Look at Perry Carvalho. He's gold. Yeah, I'll definitely check out Perry. So that's from Gabriel. Gabriel also said, the sad part is she would lower herself to dating John, so desperate. I don't know. I felt the same way about that Heather W. woman. For those of you who haven't seen it, go back to, in my channel, you're going to have to do some digging or go through the interviews. Pile on episode 10. It was my first interview. My first interview was with Heather W., and she's the woman that Stuttering John threatened. She was the one who was receiving all those threats. This is an early part of the WATP arc. And I know this is like starting to become glory days. Like, hey guys, remember when I mattered? Remember when I did that big interview? But to me, that was like a big project at the time. And that lady like was definitely mental, but I felt so, but she seemed like a relatively down to earth kind of, she's not, but she seemed like a relatively down to earth woman. And I was like, what would she want with John? Like it's just so sad when I hear John talk about his dates. And I'm like, there's a woman out there who was like thinking about dating Stuttering John. Gross. Fucking disgusting. All right, so I'm going to check out that link later, Chris. I'm not from Rochester. I'm from Cleveland, and I've never met Carl. This is from Obnoxious John. But you're going to be in Rochester. Man, if they do a poker tournament, I'm fucking there. Not for this show, obviously. It's a little late for me, but if they do a poker tournament at a future WATP show, I think they would do well. It would be even cooler if they fucking live streamed it, but I know live streaming like a poker game is a whole nother animal. It's a whole like world of shit production-wise that I think... it would probably cost them too much money to put one of those events on, but I think that would be kind of cool. It'd be fun. When you move into Rochester, OJ, yeah, I know, right? Carl is probably a donkey at Hold'em. I don't know, the way he talks about it, I never hear him talk about, he never, well, he wouldn't do that anyways, because most people who listen to the show probably aren't like big, they're not into like WSOP and they're not into poker jargon and poker strategy, but he's always like, a pocket aces, I go all in. This is my Carl impression, by the way. Hey, I'm Carl. When I have pocket aces, I go all in. And that sounds like somebody that hasn't played enough poker tournaments to know, maybe a little bit more nuanced poker strategy. But anyways, like, yeah, he probably knows how to play fucking cards. But they got to do an event. That would just be fucking cool. It is one of the things I am good at, OJ. What is that? That was Dabblers giving you content, not me. Oh, I said it was I thought I said it was Dabblers. Sorry, I'm like reading the chat and it's like getting a little unfocused now. So I'm going to wrap this up. I love Steel Toe. I'm a member, Gary Crouch. That's cool, man. Yeah, Steel Toe is great. He is somebody like what I'm trying to do. I don't pretend to do what he does, but he's another person. We're watching him do live streams the way he does. I think to myself, well, if somebody else can do it, maybe I should see if I can do it, because he's got the radio experience and he's got, good broadcasting equipment. He knows how to produce a show by himself. I think April's really funny too. I know a lot of people shit on her, and I know there's the whole kind of thing of a woman co-host being a hole, and now a lot of YouTubers and live streamers are trying to do it. But I think April's really fucking funny, and Aaron's always been super nice, but also he can be brutal, man. I mean, he can really lay it on somebody. When he was going back and forth with Chad Zumach and the shit with Elisa Jordana and the videos he made about her, I mean, I'm like getting to that point where I don't really necessarily find her interesting anymore. I haven't watched her show. I don't think I really ever got into her show. It was so much inside baseball. It was like super like IP2, IBS, like super internet-y drama where I feel like it's hard to grow a show like that if everything is, it's all inside jokes and all inside references. But I mean, they were always cool to me, but I don't know. I'm rambling and I'm babbling.
I'm a babbling idiot.
You stupid fucking blabbermouth cunt!
Yeah, those buttons are going to get worn out on my computer. So anyways, I like that Carl impression. I've been playing Hold'em since the early 90s. Shit, Obnoxious John, man, you could probably take all my money because I think I started playing in like 2010, 2011. I haven't been playing poker for that long, and I'm not really that great. I mean, I've won some tournaments, and I've played in Vegas. I used to live in Vegas, so played some tournaments out there, and actually really, really love the game, but I would not consider myself to be a really great player. Don't know if you ever play Omaha or anything like that either. Sometimes I like to play Omaha. Yeah, the Steel Toe guy seems like a nice guy. And yes, April isn't bad at all. It's hard to grow. Balls Deep, what's up, dude? Balls Deep is a moderator for Aaron. Steel Toe, I'm going to make you moderator for my channel, but don't feel like you have to do anything. I just, just definitely do appreciate your being here. So Aaron and April are super nice people. They don't seem that way on the show, but they are. They encourage everyone. Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's the thing. You got to kind of find a balance, because if your job is to talk shit about people on the internet, you're going to ruffle some feathers. You're going to piss some people off. But I think the way they do it, I feel like He's always good. He's very good at explaining himself logically in a way that's funny. Like I feel like when I try too hard to explain or to get a little serious, I feel like I lose that sort of focus. It becomes like a little less funny. Aaron, he's very good at what he does, and he is he is a genuinely fucking funny guy. So I always fucking appreciate his shows. And it was great having him on too. I don't know if any of you guys are aware, I interviewed Aaron on my channel. So go back to go under my interviews playlist and you can check out my interview with Aaron. I had a lot of fun talking to him. He's fucking hilarious. So yeah, Omaha's okay. Balls deep. Hiya. Thank you, sir. Yeah, you got it, balls deep. I appreciate you being here, man. It took me so long to get the the joke of your name, because at first I thought it was like balls dip, and I thought it was like some Eastern European thing or something. So good to see you. Steel Toe is fair. Chad T.I. Yeah, I mean, I thought he was pretty reasonable. The Chad stuff, he got under Chad's fucking skin so bad. It was crazy. I mean, I almost feel bad for Chad just because he's embarrassed himself so much. But anyways, saw you in Discord earlier, but I heard you were listening to tunes, so I didn't bother you balls deep. Okay, I'm just reading somebody else's sidebar conversation. And this is the part of the show where I lose focus, and I got to stop doing that. So anyways, I want to thank you guys so much, and I'm going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to finish the show off. Appreciate you guys for watching so much. I know the stream's been going for a while, but you guys have been really great, and, you know, it's never a bother. It's never a problem hanging out with you guys and, you know, trading ideas back and forth, and I'm really starting to enjoy doing the stream. So without further ado, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. So I'm Adam Goldstein, and you're watching the Gold Stream right here on Adam Goldstein TV. Don't go nowhere. Okay, so we're coming back from break. I'm Adam Goldstein, and you're watching the Gold Stream right here on Adam Goldstein TV. I'm going to do my paranoid double check. Yep, my mic is unmuted. So I want to address something real quick. I'm looking at the chat right now. I'm reading this, and I see Jake Hudson, or Husden. I don't even know what his real name is. Jake Husden left a message that said, I rated you, Adam, and it was deleted by one of my moderators. I just want to know what he was talking about. Does anybody understand what that means? I know what swatting is. I don't know what rating means. Can somebody explain that to me, please? Because I'm kind of curious about that. And I had heard some weird stuff about this guy being involved with the whole situation with the swatter and Aaron, and so I just would definitely be interested to know what the hell that's all about. But other than that, you know, appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate all the nice comments. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what rated means. Can you guys tell me what that means, rated? So anyways, before I again lose complete like focus on my show. Yeah, that's okay. Thank you, Obnoxious John, for looking out for me though. I appreciate it, man. So we are going to get back to the screen. Pull it up. All right, there we go. And we're going to watch Tom Myers comedy. And you know what? I was trying to be nice. I wanted to be all friendly with this guy. Sorry, let me pull this up. I want to be friendly with this guy. I offer to sign up for his Patreon, and I invite him on my channel for an interview where I'm telling you, I would be totally willing to have a serious, earnest interview with this guy, listen to what he has to say. I don't think Tom seems like a bad dude.
He's got a pad.
Sorry. I don't think Tom seems like a bad dude, but I mean, his comedy, it's anti-comedy. That's all I have to say about it. I don't even know if I can necessarily say it's bad or not, or whether he could or couldn't. Like, it's not up to me to say whether somebody should or shouldn't do comedy.
I'm a babbling idiot.
Sorry, I had to play that drop. And I'm at the beginning of the video, so it's fine. I know where I'm going. I'm going to 0 minutes and 0 seconds. But, yeah, Tom, it's just, he's kind of a dick to people when he feels like he's one of those guys where I don't think he's like a dick. I don't think he's like the biggest dick in the world. But when he thinks he's being trolled, when he sees that he's kind of under the microscope, it's like he just doesn't know how to handle himself, and he kind of turns into a jerk. So you know what? He didn't even get back to me. I was willing to support this guy. You know what? Let's make fun of his stand-up show. And I'm just asking to get fucking DMCA'd now, but whatever. I think this will be the good segment.
He's got a podcast called Tom Myers Against the Rest of the World. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the Mr. Funny, Tom Myers.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't do the clapping now because then Red Bar and Jesse PS are going to come after me. Can you imagine that? I'm sorry. I'm getting off on a tangent. We need to watch Tom Myers now, but if you guys follow Red Bar or Jesse PS, two men who do shows arguing about who clapped first. Oh my God, sorry. I need to shut up and let this play.
Give it up for T-Mac, everybody. Show him some love. Come on. Great being here. I'm just wrapping up a 2-week run of shows I'm doing in Pennsylvania. I started in Philadelphia, and I finished up here. Oddly enough, which is like, you know, usually like you end in a big city like Philadelphia, so it's just this weird little interesting trajectory of like a big city and then a bunch of small towns, and then I end up here because like I've been doing this for more than 20 years. A lot of the comics I started with, like they're doing clubs, colleges. Some are getting specials on Netflix. They're on streaming services. They're doing commercials. They're doing movies. Me, I'm performing for Amish buggies, sheep, and pretzels. So that's.
Oh, and you got 6 laughs for that joke too. So you just shit all over yourself. You get all of the shitty part and none of the reward.
Oh, well, I guess I'm a loser. A loser!
I did a show in a place called Shamokin Dam a couple nights back, and you had to go up this one road, and a very good friend of mine, a very funny comedian named Jared Horning, he made a comment about how there was nothing but porn stores and strip clubs going up this particular road.
And why does he name drop people that no one has ever heard of, ever, in the history of ever?
I thought it was full of shit, and then I drove up that road, and I'm like, holy shit, there is nothing else to fucking do in these towns. And it's very like, insulting, like in between some of these shops, they have a billboard that says, sex trafficking happens here. No kidding, that billboard is right in between 2 strip clubs.
Oh my God, is that the punchline or is he continuing to riff on this one? I don't know. Ugh.
I don't need to be Herschel Walker with a fake badge to be able to figure this shit out.
And shoehorning the politics in there is just, I think it's kind of a weak move. And you know what? If you have like 8 people that laugh at your joke, now you have 4 people that are laughing. Because you had to fucking make it partisan, you know?
And there's so many of these places, it's like, okay, remember when you were a kid, you went on a long car trip, what did your parents always ask you? Are you sure you don't have to go to the bathroom before we leave? After you pass the 89th sex shop, it's like they're asking you, okay, now are you sure you don't want to buy a dildo and some lube?
Oh my God.
Such a cool guy.
If it looks like I'm making eye contact with you right now, I apologize. Let's just go ahead and move this on.
Oh my God. You listen to that silence. That silence is deafening. You could pretty much hear the air vents in this joint.
He's not respected.
But now, I'm from a magical place called Maryland, and you know, like everywhere else, we recently had our midterm elections, and I'm excited about what we did in Maryland because this past November we legalized weed. Weed is going to be legal in Maryland, and I'm happy about that because that means the competition will drive down the price of heroin. The heroin problem's so bad down there that like the Santa Claus on the fire trucks in some neighborhoods, they don't hand out candy canes, they hand out methadone. So that's...
It would have been funnier if you had said they hand out Narcan. But handing out methadone, that's... I don't know. I feel like Narcan would have printed a little better. It would have made more fucking sense, that's for sure.
But our gas is cheaper down there, so you know, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
Bomb, 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 bomb.
It's a very depressing place because I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, and in Baltimore recently they were filming a TV movie called Lady in the Lake, and they had to stop the filming of that because the film crew was threatened by heavily armed drug dealers. Which just goes to show you, if you're doing something in Baltimore and it's not about drug dealers, me, or John Waters, just fucking forget about it, all right? It's like, it's weird filming something in Baltimore called Lady in the Lake because it's like in Baltimore, we're not known for our lakes, we're not known for our culture. The only kind of lake we have in Baltimore is our inner harbor. That makes the Schuylkill River look drinkable.
This is such inside baseball. This is a joke that if you didn't grow up in Maryland, you'd have no idea what he's talking about. Yeah, keeping it local is something he has to do because he's the type of comic. He does a lot of local type of stuff. But yeah, watching this on YouTube, I have no idea what these references, these fucking inner Western Maryland references are.
The only kind of culture you'll find in there is flesh eating.
See, that's a thinker of a joke. That's a joke for dorks.
The only ladies you'll find in that lake are dead prostitutes.
And I love how Tom Myers thinks that just being raunchy is funny. I think he might have been maybe a little too influenced by Dane Cook, where he does some of the sound effects too. That's another Dane Cook type of thing. Over the top raunchy humor. And I mean, I guess it worked for Dane, like in the beginning, after everybody started realizing like how everybody started kind of getting bored with that type of comedy. But yeah, the sound effects, that's another thing.
There's like nothing, you can't really film anything in Baltimore. Like stuff that's great when filmed anywhere else, not so in Baltimore. Like the TV show Downton Abbey, filmed and set in England. In Baltimore, it would be called Downtown Abbey. With the title character having about 12 different STDs. And Forrest Gump! Forrest Gump is a great cinematic masterpiece, one of the greatest movies of all time. Excellent where it is, set in the South, not in Baltimore. If it was set in Baltimore, you know the opening sequence of Forrest Gump where it's the little white feather, it's flying around, and it lands at Tom Hanks's feet? If it was set in Baltimore, that wouldn't be
This better have a fucking good payoff. That was like 10 minutes of setup.
a feather. That would be a plastic Royal Farms shopping bag. And a Forrest
So basically, American Beauty. You just described the entire plot of American Beauty.
Gump was set in Baltimore. By the time Forrest meets Jenny in school, she already has AIDS.
Okay, that's not too bad. All right. I'll give him that. That one wasn't too bad, but it's a little over the top. It's a little too shocking. But for Tom Myers, we're talking about Tom Myers here.
Listen, I start off with the light shit, all right? So I'm only 4 minutes in, so brace yourselves. But no, this is fun. I like this, what I do.
Ooh, this is fun. We're having fun. This is going great. Oof.
I'm pretty much like a regular guy. You know, I do this a few times a week, and then, you know,
If you have to insist that you're a regular guy, I think people, I'm not going to say what I think, but I think people are going to assume that you're a child molester or that you've got some kind of weird skeletons in the closet. Instead of, you know, explain to people that you're a regular guy, why don't you just try to act like a regular guy? Tom really does have some really psychotic looking fucking mannerisms, and I feel bad. This guy does obviously struggle with some kind of mental health issue. I mean, he was, I guess he used to be an alcoholic or whatever. You're still an alcoholic. Sorry. I'm a babbling idiot. Fucking babbling like a babbling idiot over here. Let's just let Tom do what he does.
And if Forrest Gump was set in Baltimore, by the time Forrest meets Jenny in school, she already has AIDS.
All right, it's not too bad.
Listen, I start off with the light shit, all right? So just, I'm only 4 minutes in, so brace yourselves. But no, this is fun. I like this, what I do. I'm pretty much like a regular guy. You know, I do this a few times a week, and then, you know, I go out and live my normal life, you know? Basically, I'm like Seinfeld, but with herpes. Only joking.
What? This is so fucking cringe, man. You see, the thing is, he's at the level that Hal Sparks is at, where I enjoy watching him. It's not always easy to come up with commentary. It's not always easy to put into words the reaction to just, ugh. And I don't know, I haven't seen every one of Tom Myers' stand-ups. Like, I'm not like the Cumtown guys where they're like completely obsessed with him, but I don't know if I've ever seen a set where he doesn't bomb and realize that he's bombing in the middle of it. I feel like it would be kind of like he'd maybe do better if he wasn't like so aware of what a fucking hack he is. But what I don't understand is why doesn't he go back to the drawing board and like try to like really reinvent his comedy? I feel like if there was any comedian that was doing jokes like this, you need to reinvent yourself, dude. I feel like he could be unironically funny if he worked on his shit, but there's got to be something fucking mentally wrong with this guy.
Chlamydia.
Oh my God, that... And then he just stops laughing and stops. That's like a clown. That's like killer clown child rapist type of shit. I'm not saying that about Tom, but it's so creepy. Just those mannerisms are creepy, and I do feel bad. Like, it's got to be really hard for him to go out and make friends and to date and stuff. Like, women must be so creeped out by this fucking guy. But, yeah, so I'm just glancing over at the chat, and I see Chad T.I. I've never seen this guy until now. Really? You've never seen Tom Myers? I'm introducing you into Tom Myers. Well, that's awesome. Dabblers Unanimous, me neither. Are you serious? You're obviously kidding. Okay, that's obviously a joke. If you're like this into WATP, you haven't seen Tom Myers, or maybe it's possible they just haven't talked about him in a long time, because he wasn't like Stuttering John level, but he used to be sort of one of the linchpins of Who Are These Podcasts. Maybe less so nowadays, but I don't know. A lot of people try fucking with this guy, so I don't want to fuck with him. I legitimately wanted to have him on for an interview to talk to him.
So I have this weird reputation. Like, I have this reputation as being a bit of an asshole, as being a bit of a dick. And this happened locally to me.
Really? It's not, your reputation isn't that you're not funny? I would think that would be the main thing. I don't even necessarily think he's a dick. I think he just
I'm a babbling idiot.
I think he just, he gets like very guarded when people start goofing on him.
And I this a few times a week, and then, you know, I go out and live my normal life, you know? Basically, I'm like Seinfeld, but with herpes.
Sorry, I when I played my fucking sound drop, it scrolled back a little bit. I'm gonna address this for a future stream, so this isn't gonna be a fucking regular thing.
So I have this weird reputation. Like, I have this reputation as being a bit of an asshole, as being a bit of a dick. And this happened locally to me. I was in my local shopping mall dozing off in one of those big leather chairs that vibrates, because clearly my career is skyrocketing at this point. And this guy woke me up and said, "You know what your problem is? You're an unapproachable dick." And then just walks right off. I'm sitting there going, I don't think you know what unapproachable means. I also don't think you know what irony is. I run a lot of
Irony? Where does irony come into that? That's such a... I feel like maybe that could be a funny anecdote if he worked on it. It obviously never happened. You can always tell when a comedian is telling a story and it's a setup for a joke that never fucking happened. That seems to me like something that would be something that really happened and wasn't funny. So, like, I don't know. This is so terrible. Does he ever workshop these jokes? Does he ever, like, craft them and sort of change them? It feels like the stream of consciousness of a fucking, like, one of those people who watches MSNBC and regurgitates everything that they hear. They repeat all the shit that they overhear, and they think it makes them sound smart.
pickup rooms as well for comics. I do a lot of shows on Zoom. I host some shows, and it's neat.
All right, take it easy there, man. You don't have to big time everybody, Tom.
Because you get to work with comics from all over the country and all over the world. I did a show one time with this comedian who was from India. So it was a comedian from India and me, a comedian from Baltimore. So you had a comedian who was from a place that's dirty, filthy, smelly, filled with poor people.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
That's racist!
Holy shit, Tom.
People who don't speak English, and a comedian from India. So that was... But some of these comics that I have on, because this is an open mic, they're really terrible.
Oh my God, I didn't know this was an open mic. Not that it really matters. He's obviously not Chappelle, playing the fucking O2 Arena, or this isn't Madison Square Garden. But I thought this was like a real comedy club. It sounds like maybe it's an improv. It's like one of those shitty improv open mic. Oh, now I feel kind of bad. I feel like I'm making fun of a kid, like a little kid.
Like, this one guy, he just kept going on and on and on, didn't really have any punchlines, didn't have a properly structured set. I gave him the signal to wrap it up, and then he says this, like all comics, know this one comic, they always go, oh, do I have time to tell one more joke? I'm like, you didn't tell any for 5 minutes, so fuck off.
You know what, Tom? You should measure the success of a comedian. You should measure somebody's funniness by how many words they can cram into a joke.
But he was doing this really terrible joke, this really terrible sexist joke. The premise of it was, Susan B. Anthony, she wasn't really a looker, was she? I'm like, that joke is not only not funny, misogynist, and crude, but also inaccurate. You know how many times I've jacked off to a silver dollar?
Okay, that one's pretty good, but you should have just said jacked off to a picture of her. That would have been funny. That's pretty good though. I actually kind of like that one. That's pretty trying to think. Yeah, you know what the thing is, if anything, you know who wasn't a looker? Fucking Helen Keller.
And it's no biggie, you just go ahead, wash them off, and then I go ahead and save them for the Uber Eats guy if he's late with my food.
Oh my God, and this is just going... I thought that was actually a pretty decent joke, man. It's like he took it and he just went too far. He tagged his own joke. He should have just stopped right there. That probably could have been the end of the set. And he's got, it's like we're at 7:53. Yeah, we get like 2 more minutes left. He should have some bangers after this. If he fucking like goes downhill and then ends up just ending with a couple of crappy jokes, then he really doesn't know what the hell he's doing. That was a good joke, and then he just, what? Let's rewind that for a second.
You know how many times I've jacked off to a silver dollar? And it's no biggie, you just go ahead, wash them off, and then I go ahead and save them for the Uber Eats guy if he's late with my food. That Jenny with the AIDS joke sounds quite wholesome now, doesn't it?
It was definitely a lot funnier, but let's watch him laugh at his own joke and then instantly, like, just snap, just stop smiling. Yeah, he does that. Look at that.
Wholesome now, doesn't it?
I think he thinks that's endearing or funny. It makes him look like a fucking clown, like a psychotic clown.
I get a lot of younger comics trolling me as well on social media. I hate
That's like the only people who know who he is.
I hate social media just because it's become so toxic, so negative.
Yeah, unblock me, you fucking pussy.
This one person went ahead and DM'd me on Instagram and said, "Hey Tom, when are you gonna start being funny?" And I said, "Probably when I stop banging your mom."
Oh.
And what do you know what? The guy's mom messaged me upset. And I don't know why, to this day, why she was letting her 4th grader on Instagram.
Okay, where... Well, I don't understand how that punchline makes any sense. What's funny about him being a 4th grader? Does anybody... Did that joke go over my head? Please, chat, let me know why that joke is funny. Why that's supposed to be funny. Why it's supposed to make any sense. I think I'm making a mistake trying to analyze the comedy of Tom Myers as if there's going to be something funny there, but it's just... It's like so anti-comedy. Sometimes it's not funny.
I get a lot of these younger comics who try and teach me about comedy, and I'm thinking to myself, yeah, listen, I've been doing this since your parents wanted to plan B, your sorry asses, all right?
No laughter, no genuine laughter there. But yeah, is he talking about Cumtown? Is he talking about Stav and Adam and fucking Nick from Cumtown? Because those are guys who have a successful podcast, and I just don't understand why he seems like he's very bitter too. The problem is, if you're not succeeding, you have to try something different. You have to change. You have to reinvent yourself. You know, sometimes it's tough, man, especially in entertainment. And believe me, I don't consider myself to be part of the entertainment industry at all. But it just to be so married to doing the same type of set, the same type of jokes, it's either he doesn't have the capacity to sort of grow as a comic, to be funnier, but what he really doesn't seem to have is just it seems like he just doesn't even know what to do. He doesn't even know how to kind of succeed in the small sort of arena that he's in. And he seems very bitter about it too. And it seems like if he were willing to just not take himself so fucking seriously, he'd be more endearing. I think more people would want to help him out. And I think, not that my channel is the best, but honestly, shit, man, talk about a guy who should have gone on WATP and leaned into the joke a little bit. I think he'd be doing kind of well right now. He'd be doing like an maybe not as big as Uncle Rico, but he'd be doing something that's sort of like what Shuli's doing. I mean, everybody used to all the WATP people, they fucking hated Shuli because he wouldn't talk about John. And you know what? It's like, look at him now. He's doing a fucking great show. You know, everybody seems to really enjoy it. It's like Tom he seems like the type of guy who probably burns a lot of bridges. People probably don't want to help him after a while. I don't know. Sorry, more rambling, more babbling.
I'm a babbling idiot.
We're going to watch the rest of this. We're going to catch up with the chat, and then we're probably going to wrap the show up soon. Unless I'm going to take a look at that link that Chris sent me.
I get a lot of these younger comics who try and teach me about comedy, and I'm thinking to myself, yeah, listen, I've been doing this since your parents wanted to plan B, your sorry asses, all right? Like, I was perfecting proper joke structure when your dad was chasing your mom with a coat hanger, all right? You will not win a battle of wits with me.
Jesus Christ, it's so dark. It's so fucking dark, and there's nothing funny about it. See, without trying to pull back the curtain here, Professor Adam is going to teach you guys something about comedy. I don't even know if this music bed is playing right now. I have one playing in my ear. So forgive me if I think my music bed's playing and it's not. Anyways, so Professor Adam is going to kind of pull back the curtain for a second. You know what really makes you laugh? You know what comedy really is? It's creating an expectation and then subverting that expectation, right? So you get the audience, they're listening to you, and they sort of think you're leading them in a direction where they think they know where you're going with it, right? And then at the last minute, bam, you pull the rug out from under them, and that's the punchline. That's the joke. Surprise. Subverting people's expectations. And for you to just say something that's over the top, cringy, embarrassing, something that's just like raunchy and over the top, just going too far in and of itself, that's not comedy. That's not funny. I mean, it's something else, and then he congratulates himself. Boom, I gotcha. He's just, he's one of those guys that he's always got to be the, I'm losing my train of thought for a second here. He's always got to be the fucking funniest guy in the room. He's always got to be the smartest guy in the room, and he takes himself way too seriously. I think that's a real mistake. But also to congratulate yourself, you know, let's see what the audience thinks, man. I think They haven't laughed yet, and he's already like, yeah, like boom. He's got to calm down a little bit. For somebody that's, had, I wouldn't even say modest success, but somebody who's done as modestly as he is, he should just calm down a little bit.
Why is everyone so fucking stupid? Why aren't more people intelligent like me?
Sorry, that was another ramble. Let's get going, and we're going to finish this off.
Younger comics sometimes ask me for advice too, believe it or not. This one comic asked me, "Hey Tom, what's the quickest way to become famous as a comedian?" And I said, "Say something racist or get accused of sexual assault." It's late 2022. What do you want me to say? Write jokes? No, fuck that shit. But,
what are they laughing for?
On a positive note, not really. I just wanted to give you guys a brief moment of hope. My grandparents were married in 1946, and they're still together.
Who the fuck cares?
Because my family loves them so much, they're not quite ready to bury their corpses yet. Only joking! I haven't told anybody they're dead yet because I'm still hooked on their meds. Hanover, it's been an absolute pleasure. My name is Tom Myers. Enjoy the rest of your show. Thank you so much. Good night.
It stinks.
Okay, so that's what that drop was created for. The end of a fucking, what else?
Bomb, 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 bomb.
Okay. So guys, I'm going to read this chat. We're going to get caught up, and I think I'm going to take a break and come back. I might end the stream, or I might continue and check out that link that Chris sent me. I just don't want to go too long. I've been going for a couple of hours now. I mean, I could keep going a little longer, so there's no rush. I got really nowhere to be. It is my day off today. I'm trying to get to the place where I left off the chat list. So what the hell happened with Jake Hudson? I see he got, I don't know if Obnoxious John is still here, but he got hidden by Obnoxious John. I don't know what it was that he said. He was hidden, he was unhidden. I don't know, like, what's going on. He said something about rating me. He said I rated Adam Goldstein. But so far, I like Jake. I've never had a problem with him. I find him kind of funny. And I really enjoyed his interview with, what's-his-face, with fucking Aaron, what's-his-face? I know who he is. Aaron from Steel Toe. I liked his interview with Aaron from Steel Toe, but, yeah, I don't know if he was involved in the swatting. He was involved in the botter thing. I don't know what the fuck that's all about. But I don't know what that means, I rated Adam Goldstein. But, yeah, if you're out there, Jake, that kind of sounds weird. So forgive me if I misunderstand, but I don't know what I don't know what the fuck that is. He sounds like he is going to sell me a Cure Elixir in the 1880s. Are you talking about, I don't remember when this is from. Sorry, I don't want to read these in real time and stop the show, so I like to take little breaks to read the chat, so appreciate you guys bearing with me. Why open your act with how unsuccessful you are? Odd. Yeah, there's a point, like, leaning into the joke is fine, and being self-deprecating is fine, but it's obvious. The problem is the way Tom does it. It's like he has no fucking confidence in himself, you know? I kind of feel bad for him. Like, he needs to either lean into the anti-comedy thing, realize he's considered to be a hack comedian, or, you know what, write some fucking good jokes, man. But don't stop kidding yourself. Stop pretending that that you're being successful when you're not. It's okay to not succeed. Just do something else, you know? So, what else? Right, he split the small crowd. Yeah, this is Chad T.I. referring to how he gets political in a very small group of people. You don't want to alienate half of your audience. I think I wouldn't blame people on either side for not wanting to get political. This is like Chad or John stand up. Yeah, they have a lot of similarities too. I definitely find them to have common threads. Let me turn this bed off. It's driving me nuts again. I hear his jokes and I say, this is from Dabbler's Unanimous. I hear his jokes and I say, in what way of hearing this in his head did this sound funny? Yeah, it's one of those things. It doesn't even sound like, sometimes someone will say something dumb and I'll go, I bet that sounded a lot funnier in your head, right? But with Tom, it's like I would have had that thought and gone, oh my God, I would have felt embarrassed for just thinking that thought. He'll tell some of these jokes and I feel embarrassed for just having heard them. Take my wife, please. Take her, from Dabbler's Unanimous. I flew in from Maryland and man, my arm's tired. Dabbler's, was that, are you kidding, or did he really say that? He didn't make that joke, did he? Wouldn't surprise me. So Dabbler's Unanimous, lol, that one is better than OJ. A regular guy too. I pooped this morning from Dabblers Unanimous. I know, just having to explain you're a regular guy, it's just a waste of time. When you know what is it? Brevity is the soul of wit, which means don't waste my fucking time. So when you're telling jokes, I think I was listening to Vinny Paulino on Who Are These Podcasts with Carl. So Vinny Paulino is a stand-up comedian. He's one of the co-hosts on that show. He also is a co-host of The Creep Off with Carl. So that's another show you should check out if you guys like WATP. Check out The Creep Off if you don't already know what it is. But Vinny was explaining that there's a science to writing jokes as far as the wording. Like, you don't want to use two words twice in the same sentence. You know what I mean? You don't want to use two words that mean the same thing. You don't want there to be redundancies. There's a lot that goes into the crafting of jokes as far as the syntax and the wording. So Tom doesn't seem to be aware of that at all, and that's one of the things that makes his jokes, it's so weird. Just the flow. There's no flow at all. So he should just be more funny, Chad T.I. Yeah, that's really good advice. Dr. Welzer was in town. This is Obnoxious John. I need to start with the person so I'm not, it doesn't just sound like a bunch of garbage coming out of my mouth. Obnoxious John, Dr. Welzer was in town. Wonderful doctor. Gave the guy 6 months to live. He couldn't pay his bill, so he gave him another 6 months. Yeah, that's from fucking Goodfellas, huh? Chad T.I., I've never seen this guy till now. Are you kidding? You're kidding, right, Chad? Me neither. Oh, fuck, this is way back. I'm way back in the fucking chat. Been actively trying to find Patty C. Cups on Smeal. Yeah, he's really hard to find, Dabblers. Very, very hard to find Patty C. Cups. The guy is very reclusive. I've done segments making fun of him, too. But he's one of those people that I don't know why he hides all of his shit. He's another person that should have leaned into the joke. WATP could have helped him so much. All they wanted to do was help him. Dick Masterson, the fucking Dick Show, wanted to have him on several times, and he just got, he's like Tom Myers. He gets cunty with people who try to help him because he's so worried that they're fucking trolling him. It's kind of sad. It makes me feel bad. That's another one. Patrick Michael, he's another one who is totally fucking mentally ill. Straight up. So it's so interesting to see how many of us are not stand-ups but can plainly see what he's doing wrong. Chad T.I., yeah, man. It's I feel like for anybody, you don't even have to be like a student of comedy, or you don't even have to be that smart to understand what's not funny, you know. And I can't believe this guy, this Tom Myers guy. He keeps doing it. He like still wants to be a stand-up and to do the same jokes, and like how can that be worth it? Doing the same jokes for the same 8 people. Maybe not the same 8 people, but it's all local shit that he does. He does all local stuff. Never got anywhere. He never really was able to make it on the big stage. So, yeah, none of this stuff made any sense to me either. Bluetooth Tom and Hal, brothers in arms. Yeah, I could definitely see that. John Tard's Dark Brandon shirt. Political humor is rarely funny when it's hateful. Yeah, no, I agree. Let me see. John's Tards, Tom Myers copyright struck WATP on YouTube. Yeah, I know. I should try to just kind of keep this quiet because I would definitely appreciate it if he did not come after me. I've already had my shit with Stuttering John with the copyright stuff. So, yeah, absolutely. Chad T.I., he takes himself too seriously. And that really, yeah, that's unfortunate. That's definitely unfortunate for him. So, balls deep. It's a principled, clean shoot. Jake gave... Oh, okay, so he's coming in here. I'm going to go back to see what they're talking about with the whole shit with Jake, because I have no idea what the fuck's going on. It's a principled, clean shoot. Jake gave Aaron's info to Botter. Balls deep. Really? Okay, all right, that's interesting to know. I got little dribs and drabs. I did not know that. I don't know how he had Aaron's personal info. Are you talking about, like, because I know they've talked on Zoom and stuff like that. Wow, that's pretty fucked up. So I don't know what he meant when he said he raided me. Is he talking about swatting? He's having me swatted? Yeah, good luck, motherfucker. I mean, if you can find me, good luck to you, man. I've had plenty of people threaten me, threaten to kill me. I've had death threats. I've been swatted in real life. I've had all that shit happen to me. It's not fun, but it is what it is. I'm past the point where I'm fucking afraid of people who make threats and do all that gay shit. So, wow. Balls deep. So that's what they're saying. Jake gave Aaron's info to Botter. Thanks, Gary. Gary's a good kid. Yeah, Gary's cool. I like Gary. I'm here and everyone has told me to block him as a mod. If you want him unblocked, go for it. I mean, if he's swatting people, no, you can keep him blocked. That's fine. I'd rather. It's not even that I have a problem with him. I wasn't aware of what was going on, and I would rather play it safe and just not have somebody like that around. Obnoxious John. It is better to protect the stream than dabble in the Hudson verse. Yeah, man, I'm at that point where I don't need to do the IP2 shit. I'm not looking. I definitely didn't want anything to do with the Elisa Jordana people then, and I appreciate the guy coming and checking out the stream, but I don't want somebody causing fucking trouble for my channel and my community. That shit's fucking gay. So that's what I figured. Yeah. Okay. So thank you for the update, Balls Deep. I really do appreciate that. I did not know what was going on, and I'm sure this is something Aaron probably doesn't want to give the guy any more attention than he deserves. So, yeah, jokes are a legit art. It takes work, Chad T.I. Yeah, absolutely. I'm a firm believer in second and third chances, but I also recognize bright colors on dangerous organisms, Balls Deep. Yeah, man. If you're a moderator for Aaron's community, you're more ingratiated with this whole drama, all the IP2 drama and the shit that happened between Elisa and Aaron, and I feel really bad for what they went through. I thought they handled it very good. I couldn't believe how good Bob Levy was handling it, because I would expect someone like him to flip the fuck out. You know what I mean? Anytime because he's a family man. You know what I mean? He's not into this whole. Like, I mean, he is into the internet-y stuff, but not really. I mean, he's of a generation that those. You know what I mean? Those guys didn't have to deal with any of this shit. The fucking old school comics like him. So, yeah, I love Bob Levy. He's fucking awesome. Big fan of Chrissy Mayer, too, and I know this has happened to her a lot before. She's had to deal with this. But that whole story with that botter guy getting caught is crazy. So here's some more info about this right now. So I'm a firm believer in second and third chances, but I recognize bright colors on dangerous organisms. So you mean like you see the signs, you see the red flags. I used to work in the mental health field, too, so I definitely... I feel like I'm somebody that I can see the signs with people. I've worked with people in mental health, and I always try to just be aware. I've heard of him, just never saw him, his act. You're talking about Tom Myers. Yeah, man, Tom Myers is a real trip, and maybe we could watch some more of his videos. So this is Balls Deep updating me. Yes, Jake was gifted a VIP package before Aaron got a P.O. box. Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, that's bad, man. If you're going to be doing giveaways and prize stuff, definitely good to have a P.O. box. He's not a bad guy per se, but he's a vulnerable adult, and trolls use him for nefarious things. Yeah, that does happen. That's unfortunate, but I mean, at the same time, when you're doing a show or you have any type of presence online, you've got to take steps to protect yourself. So that's something you definitely got to do. So really appreciate everybody for watching. I think I'm going to end the stream now, and the only reason is because I think I've covered everything I've wanted to cover. I don't think it makes sense to just keep going for no reason. So I want to thank everybody in the chat. I want to thank my new chat moderators, and I want to thank just everybody for being here. I want to thank... I'm trying to think of who it was that sent us. Somebody sent me a $5 super chat, so I want to thank them again. It's in here somewhere. Gary. So Gary Crouch, I want to thank you again for that $5 super chat. He said, I like where your funny comes from. Keep it up, man. Hal makes me want the assisted suicide part of Canadian healthcare. That's funny. And I also got a $1 super sticker from Dabblers Unanimous. I want to say thank you so much for that too, Chris. That was really nice of you, man. And it's great to see everybody, get involved and support the channel, so I do really appreciate that. Thank you guys for all your awesome comments and for watching today. And I just wanted to do a quick spiel. You can like and subscribe to us on YouTube. I'm sure you guys who are watching live right now probably are, but if you happen to be watching this right now and you're not subscribed, do me a favor and go subscribe right now. Subscribe to me and hit the like button on this stream. That'll definitely help me. And also, if you what was I going to say? If you hit that notification bell, it'll give you updates, so now you're going to know when I go live. Balls Deep coming in with $12. Have a great day. Thank you so much, Balls Deep. That was really generous of you. Very nice. You didn't have to do that, buddy, but thank you so much. Balls Deep is one of the moderators for Aaron for Steel Toe Morning Show, another one of my favorite shows. So, brother, thank you so much. That was really nice of you. Very generous, and I really appreciate the support. And another thing that you guys might be interested in is if you guys like Delta 8 cannabis, you may be living in an illegal state. So depending on where you are, I think it should be legal in all 50 states. But if you want to get Delta 8 cannabis, you can use my code. There's a company called CBDX.com that will ship They have Delta 8 cannabis flower. They've got lots of great edibles. They've got gummies that are amazing that are CBD infused and also have Delta 8. So Delta 8 is like Delta 9, but it gets you high, but it's federally legal because of the 2018 Farm Bill. So go look up the 2018 Farm Bill and Delta 8 cannabis if you're somebody that doesn't know about it. But if you go to this website and you enter my code, Adam Goldstein Comedy, you will get 20% off, not your first, but every purchase, every single purchase. So that's really great, and also I'll get a kickback, so I would appreciate it if you guys would at least check out their website and look at the great products that they have. Also, you can support the show through PayPal, paypal.me/AdamGoldsteinTV. You can scan the beautiful-looking QR codes that are on the left side of the screen, and you can also leave a voicemail. It's 781-908-2395. I've had some people leave some real creepy ones, but depending on what you leave, I may play it on the show if it's funny. So I really do appreciate that. And other than that, yeah, it was real great hanging out with you guys today and reading the chats, and you guys have been super awesome. What was I going to say? Oh, I'm trying to do this like smoothly and not have it be all fucked up, but I'm going to have one of my drops. Hold on one second. I'm going to see if I can play this one. Okay, so that's going to be the one that I play at the end of the show. I'm going to do like a real smooth transition into the outro. So that's what I'm going to do. So thank you guys so much for watching the Gold Stream. I'm Adam Goldstein, and you're watching Adam Goldstein TV. I'll see you guys next time.